Welcome to Talk of the Tavern. A little about us. We're your an interactive weekly geek con, all blended with wit, sarcasm, and a pub-like atmosphere. We're adults talking about adult topics and using adult language. We laugh and make jokes about almost everything. We don't intend to upset, but some folks have their feelings hurt easily. This is all done in humor and the style of the great offenders such as George Carlin, Red Fox, Lenny Bruce, Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, Wanda Sykes, Sam Kinison, George Lopez, Lisa Lampanelli, Chris Rock, and others. So grab your vice of choice, sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy yourself in the company of great people, hot toddies, and guests alike, because here we come.
Put that long day behind you. Good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping. Till a flash smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open. You'll find just a brother's folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and let our stories over here. 'Cause we're talk the tavern. Here you're always welcome. Talk the tavern. Promising beer and bad love. Talk the tavern. Music, medicine, and some. Talk the tavern. Here we come.
And welcome to Talk of the Tavern. And today is August 2nd, a Thursday. The fifth day of the week begins with a T, ends with a Y. And I'm Travis Sivart, I'm your host. I have a bundle of vices today. First, I'm starting out with coffee.
Slurp.
And then, I've got some soda, because I needed something cold to drink to go with my hot coffee. Then I've got some whiskey, which I'll save for the opening toast. Did you put water in it?
No.
Because I poured it. And
Yeah.
then I've got a pipe here, and there's cigars over there, and I've got cats, and there's Andrea. Say hi, Andrea. She's like fucking Bigfoot. Look at her. She just...
Hi.
Ooh!
Brushing the cats.
Let me introduce the guest host, who, by the way, I have strong-armed him and twisted his arm into soon giving me a date of being a regular once a week on Talk of the Tavern. So this is Richard Knowles.
Hey, how you doing, I'm Richard? Travis is going to make me be a regular on the show. I'll try to get out of it, but there's only so many excuses you give, you know?
True story. What's your vices today, man?
I'm sorry?
What's your vices
My
today?
vices? My vices, I don't have any vices today. I am drinking water.
That's
the
a-
reason for that
Mhm.
is because somebody, mentioning no names, white, has broken my fucking French press. If I don't get a cup of coffee in the next day, I'm going to fucking kill someone.
So
I never thought you could get addicted to stuff like that.
it's...
But,
Now, how do you take your coffee?
like I take my women. Just black, no sugar, as strong as you can get it.
Black and bitter,
Black and bitter.
not
yeah.
white and sweet.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
I like coffee as strong as you can get it.
Okay,
Nothing in
there we go. Thank you.
it.
That was Andrew, everybody.
Oh, God.
He's a bit late, but he means well. And, 1 second, Aiden. Chuck, good to see you, man. I don't know who else is lurking out there in lurky world. Let me
Lurkalooza.
go take a look here on the channel itself. Make sure I got it muted so we don't. So what's your vices today?
My vices today are coffee, not black and bitter, and a good old cup of root beer.
Because apparently, unlike normal people, we don't drink one thing at a time.
God, no, that's weird. I would have had a glass of limeade as well, but that's too much sugar.
Lucky lurky.
How
Sure.
old are you? Are you old enough to drink wine?
I am.
Not you, Travis.
Fine.
Well,
Are you old enough to drink wine?
I don't believe so.
In which country?
all right, we'll make that our dirty little secret, huh?
Well, the thing is about, in the U.S., it is legal to serve your child in your private home alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah. Or at a friend's house, as long as the owner of the premises says, cool, it's okay.
Gotcha.
Well,
That is some bundle of thunder rolling towards us.
I don't think it's a storm. I think it's just
Angry dragons?
yeah.
Okay. So, oh, you see my shirt today?
Ah, no, you're not. What is it? I couldn't quite
It's
read
a
it.
Snapcat.
Snapcat. There you go. Look at that.
So instead of Snapchat, it's Chuck says vices, coffee, water, nicotine, and work. Yeah. What kind of nicotine you got, Chuck? Are you sucking down fags, or do you got a real smoke like a pipe or a cigar? Or are you just snorting snuff? I got snuff over here too. I wasn't pointing
Don't
at you.
point
I was
at me
pointing
when-
behind me.
Right. No, you're pointing at Goblin.
So Richard, I don't think you knew, but I've got a. You know what I should do? Well, during this show, I've got to make up tonight's game, and I haven't done that yet. I was going to do that.
Hey,
I was going to do that earlier while waiting for you to show up, but then I got busy doing other stuff. So I got to talk of the tavern mug now.
oh, that's very cool. I might have to have one of those.
But it has a crack from here to here, so they were sending me a new one.
Oh, shit.
What I think I'll do is I'll I'll put some kind of sealer on it, and then put it out for display somewhere. Put pencils in it or
Yeah,
something.
there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe something. Is it cracked right through to the inside?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The inside actually has
A chip.
chips the size of a small bean, a kidney bean or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really seen some action then. Oh, I might have to have me one of those. Are they available on your website?
Yeah, this one here is off. If you go to the Twitch channel, just below it, you'll see merchandise, and that's where that one takes you. Whereas this one here, my pint glass.
You already finished your soda?
Yeah, I wanted something
I'll
cold.
go for the coffee, man.
This one came from Cafe Press because I have two different sites with merchandise because they carry different things, and
Gotcha.
I have a vape in the house, no cigars in the house. Oh, do you work from home, Chuck? I didn't know that, bud. What do you do? What do you do? Does your wife ask you that too? What the hell do you do? We don't know. We don't know. So let's see. Let me lock these things back down. See, I've gotten us both. Normally I try to fill the frame on Twitch, and instead there's black on each, on
There's some over
here.
Here.
It gets
and then
it's
some
kind of
over
reversed, isn't it?
here.
But anyhow,
Yeah.
and the same with you, because yours is almost square, and I wanted to show more of Ada and I instead of having us have to sit like,
Yeah,
this
I
isn't
see what you
creepy.
mean. You haven't more than I do. Mind you, there's only one of me.
There is. Well, I guess it depends on the day.
Thank God.
Work from home occasionally on Thursdays. Project manager for an orange big box company. Ah, I understand. Understand.
You know, I often wonder about people who work from home, whether they're able to separate work from home, you know, because if it was me, I'd just have shits strewn everywhere and I'd never be able to get away from it.
Did you say shits?
Well, shit, not plural shits.
Oh, because when you
Shit
say
as in the general accumulation of work stuff from one end of the house to the other.
I worked from.
Does Chuck have a man cave he works out?
Hold on, the gods were angry. I didn't hear you. Repeat that.
Does Chuck have a man cave that he works out of, or does he
It's
sit at the dining room table and do it, or is he in his boxer shorts in bed masturbating furiously, or what's he doing?
and it's we'll find out. Chuck, let us know the answer to those distinctive and disturbing questions. And by the way, Chuck, can you hear that other guy, Richard? Okay, are you hearing him all right? Okay, he says nope, just a guest bedroom. See, I worked from home for years,
With a desk.
running my own business, and I had my office, which I also gamed in and did the show from and everything else. But no, it was perfectly easy because the bottom line is if I didn't work because I worked for myself, if I didn't work, I didn't eat.
You need, yeah.
That was the bottom line of that. So then I, and even now when I'm writing, that's harder for me, but not because of where I am in the house, more because I have the internet, and it's very easy to. Oh, see,
Yeah.
in his guest room he has a gun safe, 2 humidors, and a bunch of tech in.
Tech in here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Tech in here, though. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, I've got.
Matt likes his toys.
Well, don't we all? And actually, I've got humidors right over there. I guess I have 4 humidors, but I tend to only have stuff in one at a time because budget is budget. And the scoundrel thing, Chuck, that actually emptied my humidor. I just happened to have a little bit of extra money come in, so I ordered something from Cigars International, and I get it yesterday. And it's 1 box of Gloria Cubana Series R Black, a 5-pack of Nica Libre, which were free because I ordered over a certain dollar amount, and then 4 mystery packs. Oh no, and a Gurkha 10-pack. So with the 4 mystery packs with 5 each in it, what happened with them is I only got 1, and they were a decent cigar, like a $35 5-pack, HC Habano 2, I think it was. But they were missing 3 of the 5-packs, so I had to call them. And then I got the cup in the mail also, and it was cracked. Wait, 8 bottles and 30-bottle Winodor are my humidors? Nice. Yeah, I tend to order decent stuff. Gurkha is actually bottom shelf in my opinion. I've out of all the Gurkhas I got a 10-pack of mixed stuff. There will probably be 3 that I actually enjoy, and the rest are good front porch, watch the weather type smokes.
I have a mini fridge in my room.
Not here though.
No, at my mom's house. I generally keep it stocked with a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper.
Well, when you get older, maybe you can replace it. I don't know. Do you intend to try pipes or cigars or cigarettes when you get older?
Yes.
Or all of it?
Pipes and cigars.
Okay. Do you expect that you will smoke them if you like them?
Not regularly, but on occasion.
Okay. So maybe a small humidor in your place, maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay. And there is no pressure
I know.
from me, at least. I don't give a damn. Though my bottom line is, if you're like, nope, I don't want any, then I don't have to share any, and that works great for me.
It's your whole thing with, like, the hummus. Andrew and Nathan don't like it. More for me.
Yeah, you ever have that, Richard, where you're like, oh man, I really want to share this with people because I love it and want to share what I love. On the other hand, if they don't like it, it's all mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob, here's to your bits. Oh wait, let's get you some alcohol, man. Here's to
This
your
is
bits.
the closest I got to alcohol. It's root beer.
And what were you saying, Richard?
I do smoke a pipe very, very occasionally, like once every few months. And because I don't smoke it, because I never can say I smoke it because I like doing it. It's a very relaxing thing to do. And you know what it's like if you're out in public and you light up a really good smelling tobacco. People will comment on it. They'll say, "Oh, what's that? What's that?" But because it's a pipe, you don't feel compelled to let them have a puff.
Right. Absolutely.
With a cigarette, you'd feel, "Oh shit, well maybe I better let them have one." But being as it's a pipe, you don't give a stranger a swig of your Diet Pepsi while you're stood in the queue at the bus, do you?
That's very
Just
true.
'cause
Well,
I
I
say
do,
that.
but they're always like, man, leave me alone. I don't want any.
That's not Diet Pepsi.
Like, just drink it. Does this smell like chloroform to you?
Please, Mr. Cosby, no more.
It's So yeah, and if we have interference for our viewers, we have interference. Apparently, we have
Oh!
a huge ass storm coming our way. Hold on, I'm gonna watch your toes. I'm gonna open the blinds here, the curtains. I guess they're curtains, not blinds. Man, yeah, that's
Oh.
pretty stuff there.
Well,
That's some bending trees coming our way.
yeah. Well,
But on the other hand, because we're not wired in, we actually tend to keep reception during a storm.
Yeah.
Toey, good to
Hey.
see you. Cosby Special, been storming here. Yeah, it's just booming here, and
Yeah, if you were here like 10 minutes ago, you would have heard just
yeah, and 15 minutes ago, nothing.
yeah, because we. No.
So if we cut out, that's the deal, guys. That's pretty much the bottom line on it.
It'll reach here eventually because Travis isn't a million miles from where I live.
No,
And,
but I'm.
We don't generally lose reception, but if it's a really bad electrical storm, then the power grid will take a shit, and
See,
that'll be it.
that's the beauty part too. Even if we lose power right now, my computer, battery operated.
Uh-huh.
So it'll run for another 45 minutes, and our hotspot that we use to connect has a battery. So we'll get 45 more minutes of streaming. Now the reception might be shaky because the booster, the signal booster, will go out. So our signal will weaken, but we still used to do this without that booster.
Yeah.
So
And after 45 minutes, hopefully the storm will go and the power will come back.
it's quite possible. On the other hand, it gives me the 5 minutes I need to wrap everything up and
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
My poor little dog here is telling me that we're going to have a storm. He's absolutely terrified of it.
Do you want to?
I've got 92 pounds of shaking, terrified Chesapeake Bay Retriever here.
Do you want to take a second and let him out before the storm hits, or take him for a walk before the storm hits?
No, he's all right.
Okay.
He'll be fine. He'll just sit there with his chin on my lap while the storm is on.
Okay, as long as he's gone to the bathroom or been out reasonably recently.
The squirrel likes the brush.
No, he's good.
A little bit. Go gentle on her, but yeah. You know, and by gentle, yeah, more like, well, you did it just fine. She has her moments.
Yeah.
Um,
Squirrel's just very skittish.
just so everybody knows, this is today. It's our day off.
Yeah.
But we're working on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
It always makes me think of urinating. I really have to readjust to the modern terminology. But
Working on your stream.
but I haven't hit that age where I have to work on my stream. Sometimes it's a little. Never mind. I don't think you need to know. Yeah, it's just starting. So we're going to A, sit here and bullshit like you would on your day off. B, we're going to talk a little bit about what we do on our days off, or what you guys do on your days off, to relax or not relax, to get shit done because you can't get it done when you're working. And then we also got Aiden here, so we can compare, reminisce through our childhood and what we did when we were 15 on our summer vacation, and also what a day off means to him versus us. Because I'm guessing, 30 years ago, day off was a little different for me than it is now.
Yeah.
Toey, I did not see you on your stream, but congratulations on the sub badges. I thought you already had some, or did you just have the tractor?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Toey, right here, did some work on my stream today, got my sub badges done and uploaded.
Yeah, I don't know what sub badges are.
You know how I have the mustache and the
Yeah.
brandy glass and the
Yeah.
Talk of the Tavern logo?
Yeah.
Those are my sub badges, depending what level you subscribe at. That allows you to throw these things. Now, I made the lowest the Talk of the Tavern symbol with the idea of branding and advertising anybody who subscribes at the lowest level.
Mm-hmm.
See, emoticons are the ones you get when you're a partner. The sub badges are what you get now.
When you're associate, is it?
And if I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me, because do I have more things I need to go make? And if so, I'll look into it later. But let me know, please. Because I only have sub badges, 3, 1 for each subscription level, and they don't let me make anything else.
Because they don't like you.
I know what you're talking about. The sub badge directly next to the name when somebody subscribes. Okay, I'm going to have to go look at that.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to go make me one. Maybe I'll make the Talk of the Tavern. Well, no, it only shows up in mine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What do you guys think I should make for the new sub badge then? It's something simple, fits in a square box.
Ooh, brandy snifter.
Well, I already have the brandy snifter other one. Now what I'm thinking is maybe a pint glass, maybe a pipe.
Yeah, I was thinking pipe.
How about a corn cob pipe?
Well, I would make it, I'd keep it simple, so what I would do is take a poker shape, which is the same shape as most corn cobs, and just use something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
You can make it your beautiful face.
Well, I'd have to find out where I put that first.
Where you put your face?
My beautiful one.
True.
I only have the other one right now.
Yeah. I think it's somewhere hidden in your closet. Maybe Harry stole it. Hid it away.
See, the rain is coming, the thunder has calmed down as it pushes the warm air away and the cooler air hits. So now we've got a nice steady rain with distant low rumbling. I don't know why people don't like storms.
I used to be terrified of them when I was a kid.
And I took you out in them, put my arm around you, shoved you off the porch and ran back inside and locked the door.
Giggling the whole way.
Covered him in tin foil, took him out to the middle of a golf course and left him.
Get used to it, you bastard. I can have 4 different ones. 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and above. Well, dog diggity damn it. I'm going to have to think that out, because I need 4 things that interrelate, that each one is bigger, better, and badder than the others.
Harry, squirrel, giraffe,
You know what?
fish.
Here's what I'm thinking. The Talk of the Tavern logo. You know,
Okay.
the shape of the sign that I use for everything.
Yeah.
And then put I don't know, like a big check mark or something in it. Whatever. Then for the 3 to 6 month, put 3 plus M. For the 6 to 12,
6 plus M.
6M. Yes, 6 plus M. And then for the year, 12 months or more, you put 1 YR plus. You know, so
That's
it's
simple but interesting.
It's almost like an Alcoholics Anonymous sobriety chip.
pretty much, except really exactly opposite. Toey, I'm going to go take a look at yours and see what you...
You kept up a regime of heavy drinking and bullshit for 3 months.
That's right, congratulations. Here's your
Congratulations.
chit, you little drunken monkey.
Hey, I've been here for 4 months.
It's yeah, it's because I kind of want something that shows the progression. Hold on, let me. I had my phone vibrate that way. If Richard, you messaged me. Oh no, Chuck lost me. Win, you still got me. Richard, you still got me.
I got you.
Okay.
Toey, you still got us?
I can only assume that Chuck's got issues
Yeah,
and we're perfect.
yeah.
We'll go with that.
We have no issues. You don't have a back scratcher sticking out of your shirt.
Well, I have no online issues. I keep my fucking issues to myself.
Oh wow, that cloud got bigger fast.
You know, which that's
Seriously, like you can't see sky anymore. You just see cloud.
that's something I appreciate about your. Well, actually, a lot of the smarter people I know, they're
It's a Chuck problem.
okay. Their Facebook. Good advice. You know what? Give me a second. I am gonna pull that up and see what you're talking about there, Toey.
Touch that while it's loading.
Hold on.
Okay.
I've got to figure this out because this basically a lot of viewers have been complaining, but it's not all of them, so it's not us. Okay, so maybe down here to settings, quality, it's set to auto. Is that what you're talking about? but you can choose 360, 480, 720. Is that what you're talking about, Win? I probably bet it is.
Yeah.
I'll wait for her response, but that definitely sounds reasonable, and that'll allow me to direct people so they can quit losing it. Usually have my setting cog to auto, and I'd lose your stream every couple of minutes. Moved it to 720, and that helped. Really? So it's trying to push it above 720? Interesting. I guess it makes sense, and perhaps, once we have a better connection, that'll be a different world. But
Yeah.
let me take mine off auto and just put it to straight up 720.
Yeah.
Thank you, Win. Appreciate that.
Remember the days of 1080p?
They're still here.
Really?
Yeah.
No one does 1080p anymore.
No, they're going to 4K.
Yeah.
Yours is the only stream I have this.
You remember the iconic days of 1080p? Like, do you remember the days of black and white TV?
It'll be valid soon enough, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
And maybe I'll look at that in Discord also, because Toei, we're using Discord now instead of Skype, which I think you knew anyway. But I was saying something earlier to Toei, and what was it?
You were going to try and look at Toei's Facebook.
Yeah, no, I know what she's talking about now with that.
You were gonna go to her channel to look at the.
He just said that.
Oh.
Just answered him. Yeah, that I know what it is now. I know what.
Yeah.
She's talking about. There was something else. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I was complimenting her on something, I think, and yeah, whatever. It's our day off, like we care. And by the way, Win, I think the root problem might be our outgoing, which I'm wondering if I can find that in Discord. I don't think I can unless if I subscribe, but let me go pull it up here and see what I got. Were you going to say something? You sound like you're heavy breathing over there.
Really not. I was gonna say, what do you do on your day? Or not that you get many days off. What with the writing and the radio show and the online gaming and all the rest of it. You truly are the hardest working man in show business. But in the unlikely event that you get a day yourself, what do you do?
See, this is a tough choice. With now, my current work schedule is I work a regular job Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's somewhere between 24 to 60 hours, or I'm sorry, 24 to 30 hours a week. And it's those, because I work doubles. Actually, I work 2 doubles in one regular shift that can turn into a double if I get lucky or unlucky. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. And then Monday is actually kind of like a day off because I only have the one show on Monday. So that's, now each show, usually it's 5 hours of work any day I have a show. 1 hour before with setup and other stuff, 3 hours on the show, 1 hour afterwards where I'm uploading stuff that I have to put on iHeartRadio, etc. Then if I have Andrea's show also, immediately after I finish that, I have to get on her stream an hour before for the prep work, run the 2 hour game, and then afterwards I'm pretty much done within minutes. But those are games. And those games I spend anywhere from a half hour to 5 hours per game each week creating the content. So sometimes it's very easy and it's just a few minutes of notes, other time, on average about 2 hours.
Wow.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, real job. Monday, just my show, nice and easy, good crew, they know what they're doing, we work well together, etc. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I basically at 2 o'clock I start on this show, and then I end at 11 o'clock from Andrea's show. And if I eat, it's somewhere on camera, or in the 2 hours in between where I'm doing either the end work for Talk of the Tavern or that. So when I do get a day off...
So you don't really get a full day off.
See, that... This is where we could debate. Some people would say I don't. Some people would say... I can see him in your Discord. Toei, I can't check that right this second because Richard's on camera on Discord. So, but I could check him on my phone. That's right. So yeah, it's but then there's the writing. I still try to get the writing in. So if I can get up at 9 a.m., I can get 3 hours of writing in before I have to start working on the show. So. But the shows, I love what I'm doing. So it's not hard work, it's work you love doing.
There's something you probably started to do on your days off, which has transferred into a, you've made a career out of it.
I'm trying to, because there was almost 6 whole months where I was only doing the writing and the streaming. This is why the 4-book Kickstarter, etc., because I was able to focus on these other things. But, it wasn't bringing in enough quick enough. So, oh, there they are. Hold on. Okay, so it's a little bird. I'm looking at toys. Here, Richard, I'll show you here. 1 second here, let that clear up for you.
Oh, I see it. Oh, I got it.
Now, can you see the number above it? There we go.
Yeah, it's a 3.
There we go, yeah. And then there's a 12 and a 6 also. So, yeah, it sounds like we're going with a similar concept. I'll do... Good idea, Win. And thanks for letting me know. Win is one of the first people I knew on Twitch, the first 3 or 4 friends who, when I came on, they went, oh, I do that too, let me know if I can help you. And she's the one that I made Awkward Compliments with, the card game. Now as a gamer, I didn't know this till 6 months ago, she actually wrote, or had a hand in, writing some of the gaming books I used when I was in my teens. So that's kind of a cool connection.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, author, she's in The Fakest, which is a fake news program, but they advertise themselves like, all the fake news you ever need. So talented, eclectic as I am, which is something I adore, because some people, they go out there, they do one thing, and they find success, and I'm out here going, I'm going to do 30 things and hope something catches.
Yeah, I hope one of them sticks.
Exactly.
I think they call that a polymath.
I just, even with writing, I can't write one genre. I have too many interests, and when I'm at work, even going through training, somebody would ask a question, and the trainer would be like, and I'm like, it's this. It's this. And they're like, you just know everything, don't you, Travis? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll stop talking.
Yeah.
And I'll tell me which car is yours, because you're going to need a tire change when you leave, fucker. I never said that. Smarter than to say that out loud. Yeah, Wynn says I have way too many creative interests, and yeah, I do too. And you know what? I'm torn with the YouTube stuff. I almost want to take all my short, small, funny videos, like the 3-minute store videos, and put them on a different channel and just keep Talk of the Tavern as Talk of the Tavern. But on the other hand, if I have them all in one place, it's just less work for me to do.
Yeah, I suppose if you've got them spread over that many platforms, every time you come up with something, you got to do. I'm sure it's very, very hard work.
But takes
a long time.
It's a nuisance of bouncing back and forth between accounts.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of extra work. It's kind of the same work. But then you ever organize something and you come back next month to add another 5 to whatever you organized, and you forgot exactly how you organized it? Did you put the date first on the label, or did you... use the American date version or the UK date, then a year later you look over everything you've done, you've got like 4 different ways you've been organizing in one thing.
Yeah, and you still can't find shit. Yeah.
Well, it's like that on YouTube now when it's all in one account. Now, if I spread this across 4 different accounts for different content...
Yeah, it makes it a bit easier to find. You can drill down a bit easier without having to go for everything you ever did.
I think it would mess it up more.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Because now the same thing would happen, but it's across 4 different accounts. So first I have to remember what damn account it's on, and then I have to go and see if I organized it consistent the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, to answer your question, get back to your question is, what do I do on my days off? It depends on my mood. Sometimes I will mow the lawn, and that takes 2 to 3 hours because I have a rather large-ish piece of property, and I enjoy that. It's not really work to me unless if it's over 90 degrees. Sometimes I'll do spray paint art. There are times where I absolutely just sit in front of the TV with a stack of movies or a Netflix series. But more often than not, I go see somebody or have a party. So maybe go visit John at Jersey's Cards and Comics. Because, with the hour drive each way and then spending 2-3 hours in the shop, half your day's gone.
Oh, yeah. Goes.
So it varies, but I rarely do nothing. I usually have something I'm doing. And I like it that way.
Yeah, it sounds like your time's pretty full.
Well, I enjoy it. I always feel like I'm accomplishing something and moving forward. And, if I do plan a day of nothing, it's planned and it doesn't feel like a wasted day because I went, on this day I'm doing nothing. I'm sleeping in, taking the longer shower, watching 2 things on Netflix, wander around the house, do some doing nothing.
Yeah.
Besides
And
this.
it doesn't feel like there's something that should be getting done but isn't.
Exactly.
That's the thing. You can do nothing and not feel guilty about it.
Exactly. So what about you on your days off?
Well, I work 3 12s, so by the time I get to the end of day 3, I'm pretty whooped. So Mondays, I'm pretty wiped out until the afternoon. My wife likes me to get up early. I hate getting up early. I'm not a morning person by in any way, shape, or form.
Being from the UK, you have to realize you're getting up 6 hours later than you would if you were still there.
Exactly. I think that's what it did. 15 years in, I still think I'm trying to adjust. But our dog usually decides when it's time for his daddy to get up. He can put up with it so many hours, but after a while he's on the bed and barking and get me up and get me a pee. And once I'm up, I do like to get rolling. I hate not knowing what's going on. So job number 1 is to check the news sites. I have to know what's going on in the world. It's bad enough that I love living in Gloucester, but it's bad enough living in a small town where nothing ever happens. But we don't have a regular newspaper around here, so you can pretty much lose track. I'll try not to spend too much time sat in front of the television.
Right.
So without that, you can easily lose track of what's going on in the world.
How do you check your news?
I try to get on several sites. I'm a big observer of news bias. I understand that news is not fact anymore. News is opinion. So it helps if you get on CNN, then get on Fox, get on Yahoo, get on 1 or 2 of the others.
Right.
Breitbart occasionally for a laugh. Just to see the take that some of the right-wing sites have on...
They have found that a lot of people get their news, instead of from a news source, they get it from, like, The Daily Show, which is actually giving you a cleaner version of the news, just with satire attached.
Yeah.
And that's messed up and a little weird, but
Yeah, I mean, it still very much has a bias, but as long as you're aware of it.
yeah.
The thing, like you say, the Daily Show and things like that, and what's his name, Stephen Colbert.
Mm-hmm.
He will be the first to admit that it's a satirical show with his take on it.
Right.
He's not presenting it in any way, shape, or form as objective fact.
Yet we're getting more information out of it than the regular news.
Yeah, I think we are.
It's funny when the comedians who do this to purposely get a reaction are less biased than the actual news affiliates.
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean, they are biased, but the thing about satirical news is it's biased against everybody.
Right. And I definitely know Daily Show has more of a left, liberal, Democrat lean, and, but I have seen them make fun of their own. And for that reason, I can go, okay, if they'll make fun of both sides, I can, roll with this. Chuck says, I like news from John Oliver. Isn't that the little nerdy guy that reminds you of Stephen Colbert, but a little less serious and a little more... Isn't he British or something, or Scottish? Or?
Yeah, he's British. He's black hair, glasses. You'd know him if you know him.
Yeah.
You'd recognise him if you saw him. But, he can be a little bit more serious, but he's still satirical.
Toei says, not a Daily Show fan, nothing against the show. I haven't liked the tone of it since the old Craig Kilborn days. I noticed a shift, too. And I stopped watching it as much once Jon Stewart got on there, and I don't even know who does it now. But this is where they went very left. And like I said, I'm like you, Richard. Let's go read Fox News and read CNN, because frankly, if they have a story they don't like, they don't even put it in there. They don't even try to spin it. They just ignore it.
Won't be there. They just don't report on it.
Right. So yeah, that was a bit of a hard thing for me to take when they went so far left. It became a bit extremist, and that bothers me.
It almost became socialist propaganda at one point. So,
yeah, but that's another
I
thing.
realised that they were losing viewers because of it, and they toned it down a bit, which is fair enough.
Well, they were probably the seed that sprouted social justice warriors of today. Or one of the seeds, not the only seed. The Kilborn days were more about mocking celebrities and pop culture than politics. I could see that too. There's only so much crap you can spoon into your mouth before you feel a little nauseous.
Why are you spooning turds? Why are you spooning turds into your mouth?
I'm comparing politics to eating shit.
I know. I was trying to make a joke.
I wasn't spooning it into my own mouth. It's spoon-fed to you
by Otter.
What about your days off? And we didn't finish with Richard's either. We tangent, didn't we?
Yeah.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Richard, the hell do you do on your day off?
Well, after that, Mrs. Knowles has probably presented me with a load of chores to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind doing stuff around the house. I do not mind it at all. Mowing the lawn. The one thing I fucking hate is going grocery shopping.
See, I like doing that. I hate doing floors.
You ain't doing the floors. I'll do anything rather than grocery shop. Floors, clean the toilet, you name it. I do not care. There's only one thing worse than that. It's putting it all away when you get home.
I love doing that because I like to organize and reorganize. So, yeah, for me, that's kind of fun.
Oh, no.
I'm a sick man.
No,
just say it.
You are this, you monster. Other than that, Gloucester being Gloucester, there's not a great deal of places to go and socialise. There's a lot of places to go and sit and poke food down your face. But not a lot of places to go and socialise. I do enjoy going to our quiz, though. Quiz on a Tuesday night.
You know how I have, and I think I've told this to you before, but I'll say it again. You know I have Steampunk for Simpletons. You're familiar with that book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
I have others in the Simpleton series that I want to write, including pubs and taverns for simpletons. Specifically, not bars or clubs, but pubs and taverns, which, of course, pubs, as you probably well know, but Americans may be ignorant of, used to stand for public houses, which it was a place you went to socialize, and they served drinks and later food, and then eventually became what? A sports bar.
I mean, 200, 300 years ago, the pubs in Britain, the public houses in Britain, they weren't just places to socialise. They were, the court would meet there. There was, there was a theft in the community. They'd have a court case, and the judge would preside, and they'd have it in the pub.
Because it was a public house, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a public house. Anything where stuff had to go on where people gathered, well, that's where they did it.
Which makes sense. It was either there or the town square with the well. Somebody always ended up getting either hung or stoned or something. Never a good scene. So, add liquor to calm your crowd. That's the American rule, right?
Depends on where you are in America.
Yeah, no. Maybe in the UK it works, or you give liquor and they calm down. In the US, you give them liquor and suddenly somebody's woo-hoo! And then somebody gets hung.
Yeah, wait. How? What?
That's a reference.
Somebody decides it's time for the South to rise again.
That's where I was going. To the racist thing.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing to do on a day off? Just socialize, or
Is the what?
is it just socializing? Is that your go-to on a day off?
Yeah. I love socialising. I'm a people person. I can be a bit quiet, but I love being in a group. And I think it's because I like to entertain people. Makes me feel. I'm one of these people that, if I can make people smile or have a good conversation with them, it makes me feel safer in myself.
That makes sense. I'm always the wallflower that watches until I'm not. But I'm perfectly good with stand off to one side and just watch them all go by.
Oh, big group. So, but there's a group of us. We started off as just a group of people just connected because we all went to the same pub quiz, and over the last 3 or 4 years, we've all become great friends. The group, one of them used to be a disc jockey down at, which still is a disc jockey, down here in Gloucester.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a retired Air Force pilot, me, the wife, a few other people. We've got a school administrator. Just a varied group who kind of fell together, and that's what we do. We probably get together 2 or 3 times a week.
Oh, that's pretty good.
At somebody's house. Just as a little sideline, played a great computer game. It's called, what's it called? Fibbage.
Fibbage, like cribbage, but
F-I-B-B.
fibbing.
Yeah, like cribbage, but with an F. It's funny as shit. It asks you a question, and you need about 3 or 4 people to play it.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, you've got to make up a lie as the answer. It's pretty much, it forces you to lie to each other. And people come up with the most outlandish tales to explain a situation. You'd have to play it to
now,
enjoy it.
Can I play this online?
Yes. We played it with a... How did she get hold of it? I think she got hold of it with an app.
I might have to
It's
look.
free.
Yeah, I might have to look it up, because imagine an episode of Talk of the Tavern with a handful of us playing it on camera.
Line through your teeth to each other.
There you go.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So what about you, Aiden? What's your... Now, also, let us know, like we did in the beginning, to you, what is not a day off?
Not a day off is when I have to go to school.
Now, what about when you got to, like, mow the lawn or do some chores at the house? Day off or not day off?
Day off, because then I still get to relax for most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas school, it's like, hey, 7 hours, 7 to 2. Go school. And you have 3 hours of homework. Now you have to get a job because you need to get a car. Oh yeah. By the time you get home, it's gonna be 9 o'clock. You need to do your homework and go to bed.
It's training for adulthood.
Yeah.
As much as that sucks, it doesn't ever become less.
Yeah. It
It,
just becomes different. But a day off
Imagine
is.
doing a similar thing for the rest of your life, but if you don't do it, then there's no food and you starve to death.
Yeah.
That's not being an adult. It's fine.
yeah. It's I showed him a hold on, let me pull it up on my phone. The other day I saved a meme to my phone here. It's The Simpsons, and it's Bart and Homer. Bart saying, "I'm going to miss the whole summer," and Homer says, "Don't worry, boy, when you get a job like me, you'll miss every summer."
Yeah.
And that's something that just a lot of people. We'll let the light adjust there. Hold on one second. There we go. Just,
Yeah, that is right.
and for all our viewers here.
But then, honestly, if you had, well, certainly for myself, if I had 3 months off in the summer, I wouldn't know what to do there anyway.
Well, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, because, like, the other day, Aiden's talking to somebody on the show, and they asked, "How are you?" And he's like, "I'm bored." Richard, when was the last time you were bored? In all honesty, when was the last time you were bored?
Shit, probably when I was at school.
Yeah, I can think back, and now there are times I've had nothing to do, or I'm looking for something to do. But to be
Yeah.
bored, besides, and maybe in a lecture hall or in a convention where you're stuck in a panel you didn't mean to go into, for that 20 minutes, you're like, I'm falling asleep.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I have been bored. And because I don't think children yet realize you can choose what you're doing. If you're bored, it's your own fault. Because you chose to do nothing.
Yeah. There's always something there's always something you to do, and usually there's something that you ought to be doing.
Okay, yeah, that's true too.
There's a difference between having nothing to do and being bored and not doing what you should. There's
Well,
a
I
big
mean,
difference.
I understand, and Aiden, correct me if I'm wrong here. I understand with, I'm bored for a child is because they don't realize the scape and scope that they have to choose from. They think I've got TV nowadays. They think I have a computer or phone or game or whatever, but it all relates to doing something interactive-ish. Or I can do chores, or I can lay down. That's like their 4 options in their head. Is that about right?
Yeah.
You got TV, you got messing around on a piece of electronics.
Or you can throw a rock at a tree. That's always
Actually,
fun.
you can.
Yeah.
Aiden doesn't think I can put on my jeans, boots, spray myself with bug spray, and go walking through the woods right next to the house. He doesn't think, my father has this stuff to do the spray paint art, and I could just take that outside and do it on my own.
Not right
He-
now. It's
Yeah.
raining.
He doesn't think to sit down with his violin. Or he does, and he goes, that's like work. Not realizing creativity is a release. For you and I, creating something is a break from work.
But to be fair to Aidan, there are a lot of adults who feel the same way.
You're absolutely right. They never quite
The day off
understand.
for them is, cross-legged in front of the TV with a beer in one hand and a cigarette in the other.
I have a whiskey and a pipe, and I'm in front of the computer. That's not the same. I just want to make that clear.
I have
You're
non-alcoholic.
technically more at work.
I have a root beer in
That's
one
right.
hand and an air in the other. Does that count?
Well, that'll do. That's good enough.
So when you're bored, what are you looking for somebody to tell you, or what are you looking to do?
Honestly, when I'm bored, I want to make a YouTube video.
So why don't you?
Because I can't figure out why people don't enjoy my content.
Well, I can give advice on that, or I can shut up. Either one.
That's for a different time, okay? But once I figure out what people like, I can go, oh, okay, boom, 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 boom. make good YouTube videos.
Can Richard give you advice?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, God. Well, I can't give you specific advice on that. I've never made a YouTube video. What I can tell you is the way your mind's going is the way that my mind used to go, and still does from time to time. Is that you don't want to try something because you're frightened you're not going to do it right.
Yeah.
People aren't going to like it.
So how do you get past that?
It's very, very difficult. Fear of failure is I'm not necessarily saying that if you make a video and nobody liked it. I have learned when I was your age, and certainly up until probably 10 years ago, probably closer than that, I would be of the same mindset as you. I would want to do something, but I would try it and nobody would like it or wouldn't get any recognition. Or I would decide for myself that it wasn't good enough and then I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
And I think at some point you have to learn that you have to rely on your own judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody don't like what you've got on YouTube, so fucking what?
Mm-hmm.
What have they got on YouTube?
Nothing.
Yeah, you have to get over the fact that just because you do something that isn't popular
Mm-hmm.
doesn't in any way make it a failure.
Yeah.
Let me also point out this right now.
Mm-hmm.
What's that number?
3.
Do people like Talk of the Tavern?
Very,
Yeah.
What's that, Richard?
I love talking to town.
Well, I just pointed out we, according to Twitch, have 3 viewers right now. Which if we pull up the list, maybe there's 5 or 8 or whatever. But the bottom line is, it's not 1,000.
Yeah.
But
It's not 1,000 yet.
we're doing it anyway, and anything you do, somebody's going to like it
Yeah.
because you liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually with any creative project. If you do something that you go, I just love what I did.
Yeah.
Quit judging yourself harshly. Let yourself be creative. Because there's a learning curve. You're not going to make perfection the first time out.
Obviously.
And hell, according to any master creative person, you will never reach perfection. You will always be able to hone your craft a little more.
Yeah.
So just do it. Grab your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Roll with that 3-minute video of, I'm sitting here on the, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And put it out there. You know, change your channel from gaming that everybody does to, you know, free flow thought with Aiden. Or whatever. I mean, you could keep it gaming. I'm not. But yeah, just do it. Which is really how you get past, as you were talking about before, you know, Richard, you said it's very hard. It is, but it's ultimately simple what you have to do to break down that barrier, and that is you have to just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just have to, like you say, Travis, you just have to do it. If you can do something, and when you get done, you look back and not judge it on quality or whether it's how many people saw it or whatever it's or how much it's worth. Just look back and say, I did that the way I wanted to do it. I didn't compromise on anything, and I gave it my best shot. Then everybody else's opinion is unimportant.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Chuck says, get comfortable, make a lot of mistakes, find your style. You will find your watchers. And yeah, that's summarizing exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't ever worry about making mistakes. Again, for the old adage, you know, a master has made more mistakes than a beginner has ever even tried.
Yeah.
And mistakes are beautiful things. Probably half of my successes come from mistakes because the mistake is like, oh, I totally didn't want that. But there's something in that mistake either to avoid or to duplicate because part of it was good.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. Do what you want. I do say, and this is a fine line. And Richard, help me out with this one. You need to look at your other work to see how to improve it without being harsh and critical of yourself.
Yeah.
Chuck, it's a spectrum, dude. Chuck asks, Travis has successes? Well, it depends what scale you're putting me on at the moment.
So basically what I'm getting from the whole
It's
consensus
all relative.
is.
But yeah, that's exactly it. You need to look at what you've done.
Mhm.
If you're satisfied with it, fine. If you're not satisfied with it, don't see it as a failure, but just think about how the process went. Think about if you did it again, what would you do different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you learned? What have you learned?
Or what are you going to keep the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to keep the same? What worked, what didn't?
So what do you...
The one psychological thing I took from it was that you don't need anybody else's approval.
Mhm.
Now, if you're an artist doing it for money, like I don't know,
a painter.
there's an idiot who
A house
a
painter.
painter or a sculptor,
Or space art.
Yeah.
Or a writer.
Yeah.
or a filmmaker. Now, you speak of a film. I went to. Have you seen film? Remember the first Judge Dredd movie?
Yes.
It was really fucking bad.
It was entertaining,
Right, so it
though.
wasn't well received.
Yeah.
Well, the director of that, Daniel Cannon, is an English guy, and I actually went to school with him.
Oh.
Before he came over here, moved to Hollywood and started making movies over here. He made a lot of independent movies in Britain at the little art centre in Luton where I used to live.
Uh-huh.
And we used to, I wasn't a close friend, but we used to run into each other from time to time out socialising. And I'd say, how's it going? He would say, oh God, I've got this, I'm trying to do this new film, 10-minute film. He'd say, I've got like 14 hours of film and I still haven't got 10 minutes that are any good. He would say it takes miles, it would take 50 or 60 times to get something like it. So even the people that are doing it for a living, they don't just bang one out and,
Right.
Yeah.
get the adoration for it. They're struggling too.
Yeah, probably worse
They're just
than you or
struggling
I.
harder than you have.
Because, and that's something else. Somebody, I think it was you, Richard, mentioned, don't compromise. Don't worry about what other people think. Once you're... Bob says, successful day equals hurt no one physically or mentally. Try to do something positive. Take a good crap. Really good advice, Bob.
Yeah.
We'll make fun of it in a second, dude, but no, absolutely worthy advice right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at Aiden's age, that third one isn't quite necessary. It just happens without him worrying about it. Once he's over 40, 45, then remember that take a good crap thing, because it's important.
What if I don't want
Hey,
to?
once you reach my age, if you get up in the morning and make it as far as the bathroom without shitting your jammies, you can call that a win.
Oh my God. How old are you? Because I need to commit suicide before I hit that point. I'm going out on top and not on top of a pile of shit.
But yeah, he's right. There's a few things there that do constitute a successful day.
Well, actually, if you take a good crap in a different sense, in the sense of get rid of the waste in your life, it feels good to get rid of the waste. Whether actually a good dump absolutely feels, but getting rid of anything, positive bowl time is a daily requirement. It is. And I tell you what, the first time you don't have a day where you poop, you'll understand the next day. When you're getting stomach cramps.
I know.
Oh, have you been constipated before?
No, I've been camping in the woods before.
And not pooped? Okay, it's...
A whole weekend.
Well, that's your own damn fault.
You know what? I'm not gonna squat over a bush and then just...
No, you don't squat over a bush. It bounces everywhere.
They don't just squat over a bush, it'll be all over your ankles and everything.
By the way, you know about the 5-gallon bucket trick? Okay, you take one of these cat litter buckets, turn it upside down, you dig a hole like you just said. You dig a hole, you take your 5-gallon bucket, you know that how it has the little feet in the middle is indented when it's upside down? Cut out the oval in the center, then you sit down on the bucket, shit into the bucket, it goes into the hole. Now, you're going to have a shitty bucket, you got to rinse out.
True.
But you have a portable toilet at that point in time. This also works with a 5-gallon bucket.
That's actually really smart.
But you want about a 2 to 3 inch wide hole, maybe 4 inches, and you want it to be longer than you think. Don't make a hole like the size of a doorknob hole. You're aiming that good with your ass.
There's a reason that toilet bowls are this big.
You're absolutely right. It's But yeah, you bring one of these, and when it's clean, this is what you can put your trash bags in. This is what you can put a tarp in. Other stuff you have to bring, but no, that he's right.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember the Squatty Potty ad.
Well, this is why we have little step stools in the bathroom, and also in Asia, including Russia. That's part of Asia. A lot of their bathrooms are a trough, a ceramic trough now, but a trough in the floor, and you squat over it, and the body naturally releases better that way.
Yeah.
Easier.
Instead of sitting down.
Right, where you actually put a kink in your ass hose.
Yeah. If you squat, it tilts your pelvis forward, is what it does. Tilts your pelvis forward and straightens your bottom of your colon out.
Yeah, it's amazing.
What is it about?
About what?
What is it about shitting that people love to talk about?
You know, I find with whether it's shitting or masturbation or whatever, I will talk about it. Everybody is reluctant in the beginning, but once you break that shit talk hymen, they are just relieved to be able to talk about it, because this is something we all do. We should be able to talk about this stuff, just like getting dressed in the morning or whatever.
Maybe they're just relieved because they dropped a few good ones.
Could be. Bob just talked about dropped a few in Japan that way, and yes, ass hose is a technical term.
Wait, is it really?
No.
Oh. Well, you're just no fun today.
Keep up with the story. And there's two kinds of ass hoses. The natural one that you don't want to kink internally, then the one that you have to put up there to help unkink the one you have naturally.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about the one that you put up there to pour beer into.
When I have seen women talking about such things also. But we this is a tangent. This is not the topic.
Oh, no.
This is a... and I'm actually really private when it comes to bathroom stuff. I don't like to talk about it. I don't like people to know I poo. I just don't. I'm very, it is a natural human function. And you shouldn't be embarrassed.
Yeah.
For
whatever reason.
But I am. Yeah, I am. Like going to the bathroom. Now, peeing. I can pee on a stage in front of 10,000 people and use the splash zone. I don't care. But when it comes to going number 2, I don't want anybody to know. Hardest was squatting on a moving train in Japan. Thank God for the many hand grips located in the wall, especially when the train was on a curve.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Chuck says, I think religion and cultural views have made open discussion of many things taboo to discuss. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has. And Travis does wet work. Shut up, Chuck. Do not.
I'm going to go refill my root beer. You want another Coke?
Yeah, please, if you would. I'd appreciate that.
Oh, I was just going to say leave it here. I'll bring the can in so you can just...
Or you can bring it with you. Do you want me to set these on your hand for you?
No, I got them. Ha!
I was showing you how to restaurant carry glasses.
My hand's too small.
It's not. He's just doesn't have those muscles worked yet. His hand is plenty big.
But back to pooing as a metaphor.
Yeah.
The guy's right. One of the things you should do is take a metaphorical shit from time to time. You quite often read, you see interviews of people who've reached a moment of clarity in their lives. Maybe they've had a long time drug addiction that they've been ignoring, and suddenly it's come to a point where they've had to do something about it, or they've had a relationship that's going sour, and all their friends can see that they're being treated like shit, except the person, and they've suddenly realised that their partner is
toxic,
being disrespectful and not valuing them. Well, when they're being interviewed, they say things like, it was all going along, and then one night such and such happened. And how did you do it? Well, it was a cathartic event. Well, catharsis is literally translates as having a good shit.
There you go.
So what it is, they're stuck in all this crap in their life, and then something will happen, and they'll take a metaphorical cathartic crap, get rid of it all, and suddenly they'll be able to see the wood for the trees.
No, you're absolutely right. There is something about cleaning house, literally or figuratively.
Yeah.
Go through your house once in a while, guys, and remove. Well, first of all, always the stack of old papers that you don't need, that sort of thing. Get rid of the extra Tupperware dishes that you've built up because you bought lunch meat in a plastic container.
Yeah.
Get rid of the old knickknacks that mean nothing to you. You don't even see them anymore. You don't stop and look at them and go, oh, I remember when I got that. Clean that out. Now, do that with your friends. This is one of the downfalls of social media. You go, I've got 700 people on Facebook, 250 on Twitter, and 89 on Instagram, but I don't feel like I have any friends. That's because you're looking at this huge number, and most of them are stacks of paper in your house.
What are friends?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, a few comments. Disposable aloe wet naps is a gift from heaven. Bob, and by the way, okay, you're right. It's a guy topic, because look at how much comments we have from the men here once pooping came up. I don't feel it should be just men, but yeah, I think you got me. With the wet naps, they're not safe for a septic system, but this is a discussion we've had before with why do we wipe our butts with toilet paper as opposed to cleaning them thoroughly. Like if you got poo on a finger, you would absolutely wash your damn hands. Chuck says, Chuck, you're going to have to educate me on this one, man. I don't even know what you mean. You looked for a hitman on Men Seeking Men, which I get Men Seeking Men is like Craigslist reference. You get wet work, Travis. Now, if you mean like a real hitman and wet work meaning murdering somebody, I get that. But if it's just the horrible boss, I haven't seen it. I want to see it. Good movie? I figure it's like what was that one movie we watched with Zach Galifianakis and Kate, what's her name? With they had the fart transplant. Andrea knows.
Is it like lava?
The fart transplant.
It was
Fart transplant.
Andrea. Okay, good stupid movie. I might pick that up then, Chuck. I've been seeing it and I'm like, okay, obviously. Hey, Andrea, fart transplant. Where's it from?
Mastermind.
Masterminds.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's.
I love that movie so much.
We might have to watch Horrible Bosses. It sounds like the level of humor of Masterminds.
I like Masterminds better.
Oh, have you seen Horrible Bosses? I haven't. How dare you watch a funny thing without me? What's wrong with you? Go think about what you've done.
I mean, she's probably watching the show. Oh wait, you said funny thing.
It could have been, when she was at Elizabeth before she lived here, etc. But yeah, get rid of the excess, the waste that's in your life that's clogging the other things that you actually want. And that might mean selling.
We're all guilty of it.
Yeah, absolutely. That might mean giving things away, that third blender or second blender that you have. Or it might mean putting it on eBay, your old record collection that you don't even have a record player anymore. Or your old comic book collection. You don't buy new ones, you don't read the old ones. Why keep it? And they're hard to let go of. It hurts. Go ahead.
Some people enjoy collecting. Some people enjoy collecting stuff. But me, I'm not a collector. I'm a hoarder.
My father was a hoarder, and I'm serious to the point where you had 2.5 foot wide alleys through stacks that went all the way up to the ceiling in the corner and slightly lower by the time you got to the alley that you walked through.
I'm not admitting that. I have been in houses where that's happened though.
Yeah.
That was
you go in the front door and there's tracks between the piles.
Right. Well, these were they were building walls out of plastic bags and brown paper bags and boxes of
It's like
stuff.
low budget Trump.
Yeah.
It's
Are we not allowed to make that joke?
No, we can. I don't know if Trump's actually a hoarder.
No, it's building the wall.
Oh, okay.
Low budget, plastic, cardboard.
He had a 2-car garage full of boxes and stuff, and then he had 2 storage units with the garage door size ones full of stuff, and then his house was like that. That's a hoarder. It's an illness. Now, I'm a collector. I like to collect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate that. Huge bits. But I want to collect something that's useful. This is why, like Lego Dimensions, I could buy them for Andrea because she uses them and plays with them.
Yeah.
The Magic cards, I want to collect them, but I don't use them, so I can't justify buying more and bringing them in the house.
Back when I used to play Skylanders back in like 2012 to 2015, back when it was big, popular, woo! I used to collect all the Skylanders I could. They were so cool.
Yeah.
And they each had different little things they could do. It was like a lot. It was so much fun. But now Skylanders has died and I've outgrown it, so...
But you don't want to get rid of them, do you?
No, I don't, but I have to make room for other things.
One day. And you will hit that point one day. You will wake up one day and go, let me get rid of the stuff I don't use. And you'll keep 3 Skylanders to put on the shelf.
Yeah.
You'll keep maybe all your Legos. But then a lot of your action figures, you're going to be like, I haven't looked at these in years. And I just sat down for 3 hours going through them. And I loved looking at them. But I don't even want to put them up. I just want to put them back in a box. And,
Yeah.
But you see, one thing that I want one day,
Mhm.
my grandson or daughter is going to be going through my stuff one day. They're going to be like 5 or 6. Grandpa, what's this?
And you're like, that's a cell phone.
No. Have a seat. Let me tell you a story about the good old days.
That's a 1080p video screen.
Nice bringing around there.
That's
Bring
a
it
Bluetooth earpiece, not an ear implant.
Well,
Yeah.
Hey, we have 5 people.
we probably have more than that. What I've noticed is that number changes. For example, Bob's being at work, he probably pulls a different tab up. He'll disappear off that. He's still on our list because he's still got the channel up somewhere, but he's not on that little red guy down there.
Oh, so maybe we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Rich.
6, 7,
Rich.
8 people.
Are you watching? Did you stop in? Are you here, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good.
No, I'm sorry, different Rich. Rich Sivart of North Carolina. I just saw his ID on our list. Great fun. Love to have him on the show anytime he wants to come on.
Wait.
Oh, well, hey, Rich, how you doing, man?
Yeah, it's if Rich, if you're like, I want to come on right now, I'll bring you in because
Which one is our Rich?
this is Richard, our Richard.
I know. Which...
Rich Sigfrit. Podcasting's Rich Sigfrit. He's at a lot of conventions. I've had him on the show a few times. I don't think you've interacted
Don't
with
believe
him
I
much.
have.
But good guy, fun guy. He's a giver. He does what he does because he loves making people happy. And
Chuck, that's a no. Chuck, that's a no.
Chuck says, "Whoa, Grandpa, what's this? Oh, put that down. That's a flashlight." And so's that, so's that, so's that. Give me that cantaloupe. That will be one.
Chuck, that's a no. And you.
Well, there's a reason I don't eat cantaloupe, okay?
Well, it's not the scheme, huh?
Oh! Now there's 2 kinds of seeds in the center.
I don't want to be on this stream anymore.
Oh, that's math. I think you've lowered the bar.
Wait. The bar could be lowered?
Oh. Yeah, the bar can always be lowered, but believe me.
Can you imagine how clever he's going to be in 10 years? Either everybody's going to love him or he's going to be the biggest dick out there.
Yeah.
Either I'm going to be a professional comedian that everyone loves or a professional comedian everyone hates.
Could be.
But I'm situationally funny, not, hey, let me tell you the story. I'm really bleached out on that camera.
You are, because of that.
I'm
Now,
gonna-
here's what you do.
Oh, okay.
Open the other.
Oh,
One.
Okay.
Here. You got to pull the door a little. It's catching on the hats and the vests. And hey, I got new vests in the mail this week. I ordered them off Wish.
Uh-huh.
And
You ordered them off Wish, and when did you order them? Because I've heard the thing with Wish is it's cheap because you have to wait 3 months for delivery.
yes and no. Generally, I get almost everything within 3 weeks. But they,
I'll wait 3 weeks for anything.
yeah. But I ordered these 2 weeks ago, something like that. Not a bad wait. I've had other stuff show up in 2 days. So it depends whether they're shipping from a warehouse here or shipping straight from China. And today's was straight from China. I mean, like the label they put on it was in Chinese and then in English. and 2 weeks.
Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, 15.
Yeah, Bob. Aiden is 15. And I've always raised him when I've always told him there's time to be a kid and there's times to be an adult, which some people are like, let your kid be a kid. I'm like, no, he can be a kid when it's time to be a kid, but he is training to be an adult. And to not give him that opportunity to be in that environment and learn how to behave as an adult when appropriate is cheating him out of something very valuable.
Let me be what I want.
Well, once you're 18, you be over whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Because you're on your own, and at that point in time,
Well, in theory, I'm on my own.
it's your own fault, not
He
mine.
already knows how to be a kid.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a crow with a bit of a missing wing. A few
So
feathers.
that didn't help at all. You're totally bleached out.
Yeah.
Here, close this one. I'll just keep sending him to do shit, just to keep myself amused.
Did that work? Am I bleached?
Scoot closer.
I'm
Do you want to raise this up so you can actually put your knees under it?
Yeah. Here.
Okay.
Hold my beer.
One second. Let me.
Hold on there.
Because remember, we're.
So, does Aiden have his driving license yet?
What?
Do you have your driving license yet?
No, I can get my permit in a few days, though.
Uh,
Yeah.
He'll be spending some time on the computer doing the tests. I used to work at DMV, and I've given him some few basic advice, but very
given us some points, so.
Yeah.
well, like study the numbers. You can skip a question, puts it to the end of the test, and if you get as many right as you need before you get to the ones you skipped, it shuts off because you've passed.
Chuck,
Oh, yeah.
I'm only really pale because this window is partially... it's bleaching me out a lot. I'm actually not that pale. I'm not a ginger. Last time I checked, I'm dirty blonde.
He's not that tan either.
No, I'm not.
It's if you're seeing red hair, it's actually probably because of that bulb there isn't a bright one.
Yeah.
There you
Thank
go.
God he's not a ginger.
Okay, looks like I'm a soulless ginger. It's been decided.
There you go.
Apparently, I have no
Only a
choice
ginger
in what
can
I
call another
am.
ginger.
What's that?
Apparently, only a ginger can call another ginger.
Oh,
There is a video out
Chuck, stop
there.
being such a ginger.
There is, I wanted to go on to Wish and look for something today, and I forget what it was. But they did just send me a notification that, hey, your order's been delivered, which it was. I picked up 2 things today.
Yeah.
See, look at all those dice.
I need to get that for when I'm running a D&D campaign. And
See,
it's
105 pieces for $20. And then the shipping, though, you always got to check the shipping.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's free, sometimes it's
$11.
$11. So now you're paying $31 for those dice.
But I mean, it's 105 dice.
And let's do this real quick.
105 divided by
105.
33.
Uh-huh.
It'd still be $100 if you bought them down at Jersey's.
Well, what was their dice? 90 cents each?
I paid depends which one you get. I paid $1 each. Some were like 110, some were 85.90.
Okay, so you're paying, $9 for 10 of them. This one here, you get
Yeah.
108 for. So
Uh,
now, on the other hand, it's nice to support places that are local, like Jersey's, because I love you. I'm just going to put you in a list here.
But on the other hand, I myself am economically challenged. I'm a little bit broke.
Hey, speaking of Jersey's, there's John from Jersey's Cards and Games. To be clear, it's in Virginia. It's just called Jersey's. Thanks for stalking, John. Appreciate it, buddy. But yeah, it was dice I wanted to go look at because I want 10-sided dice.
Yeah. Is stalking like a running gag between you and the tavern folk?
No, it's just, instead of lurking, people say stalking.
Oh,
stalking.
Yeah, so.
I've never stalked. I'm not a corn stalk. Stop stalking. You're not a corn stalk.
It's funny that he comes in right when we're talking about, supporting local places like him.
Drive.
I'm sorry, I'm looking up some dice now that I wanted to look up earlier, and I'm doing.
I'm staring at his phone creepily.
The hell is that? Are you stalking it?
No.
Stop stalking my
Perhaps
dice.
adjust humidity.
Yeah, it's a Cards Against Humanity. Look at all those dice.
That's a lot of dice.
They're beautiful.
They are.
Okay.
While we're on that subject, I just reminded me that quite often I'm on a group. God knows why, I probably joined it when I was drunk that night. I'm on a local group that do remote control aircraft and planes and cars and stuff. And a frequent post or frequent comment is, why isn't there a remote control car shop? There's nowhere to go and shop remote control cars in Gloucester. We used to have a roadie shop that used to stock all this stuff. And they had a little racetrack out the back. And the reason is, motherfuckers wouldn't buy your stuff there. They used to go to, they get them from Amazon.
Right.
And now we've got to close his shop.
Yeah.
And now you haven't got any better race.
Bob's got to go drop a sewer pickle.
Okay, Bob, enjoy dropping your sewer pickle.
But don't enjoy it too much. That's just
What?
a sewer pickle. John.
I'll have to write that one down. Write that down. Thank you, Ron. I'm seriously going to write that down.
Go ahead and put it on a Post-it note and then leave it for your wife to find. Along with the other ones of I was thinking of you earlier while dropping a sewer pickle.
I was thinking of you when I took the Browns to the Super Bowl. Dropped the kids off, sunk the Bismarck, one off, laid the turtle.
So John says he just got done setting up the Arts Gallery on Main. Just so you know, apparently we're here today to balance your classy culture thing with what we're discussing today.
What are we discussing today?
Well, day off is the base topic.
Well, what are we discussing?
We discussed a lot of poop stuff.
Well, let's veer away from the poop stuff and move towards something more civil. Peace stuff. No. Just childish.
John, I will be running up the Arts Centre as soon as I get off here, or maybe tomorrow morning, go and have a look at your installation, because it's literally 3 blocks from my house.
I am thinking about making at least a once a month regular thing to go see John, have breakfast, stop in the shop, and bullshit for an hour or two. I'm with you, John.
Yeah.
John says I haven't.
Fascinating guy.
Yeah, but I'll let you know, Richard, so you can join us if you want when that happens. It will always be a Monday morning, because that's what I have.
Monday morning, yeah, that'd be excellent.
Yeah, absolutely, John. It's so John says they have a new Deadpool Cards Against Humanity knockoff called Deadpool versus the World, WTF. Yeah, it's just they've got something hot. They're marketing the hell out of it and saturating the market and glutting and all that crap. So I think it's interesting that I think teenagers only find boredom because they're used to being constrained in what they can do, which is something as parents we do. Don't do this. Here's what you're allowed to do.
Yeah.
And when they're pushing for more freedom, it's, I want to play video games longer because they were allowed to play it. So they push the envelope of what they already have instead of exploring new things of, I want to go walk in the woods, or I want to go create this, or like I
want to
said,
go bike on the dark streets at 10 at night.
I used to.
I'm not allowed to.
Well, there's a whole thing of it's a different world. But people said the same thing in the 80s when they were raised in the 50s. It's a different world.
Yeah.
And now we're saying it when we were raised in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever the spectrum is. But is it that different? Is it that much more dangerous?
If anything, it's safer.
Eh.
Because you have a cell phone that you can...
You do.
I'm in trouble. The van is like this. The dude looks like this. He has a this. He's doing this.
You'd be amazed how you don't think to hit dial.
Really?
When you're in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, when a stressful situation happens, natural instinct kicks in of fight or flight. And you don't even think to reach for the knife in your back pocket or the cell phone in your front pocket or whatever.
You see, when I go out and I leave the house when I'm at my mom's, and I think, should I bring the pocket knife with me? Usually it's a yes.
I always say yes, just for the tool
Yeah.
aspect.
But if my mother sees me walking out of the house with a pocket knife, she's like, no, put that back. I'm like, why? Because if you're close enough to be fighting with a knife, you should be running away. And I'm like,
She's not wrong.
she isn't, but what if I'm in a situation where I need it?
Well, there's also, what if I need to cut a rope that got tangled up in my bike tire?
Yeah.
And also, what if I'm cornered and can't run? But a lot of people, there's an old argument about guns. More people get shot with their own guns, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I've thought about it myself, because I do own a gun, maybe two.
Mhm.
And if something were to happen, would I think to reach for it? Or would it be something that just sits there unused? And you really can't answer the question until you're in the situation.
Yeah.
But there's a reason. Yeah, Richard.
It's very situational, I think. I mean, if somebody walks up behind you and bashes you over the head, doesn't matter what you carry.
It's
But if
true.
you get into a confrontation that starts off verbally and then escalates, you do have a chance to make a plan. So, like, if this guy does start to come towards me or raise his weapon, then I will pull the gun. And I'm a big gun ownership advocate. I'm also a gun control advocate, but I think
Same.
absolutely people should be able to have them if they want them. I think it's relatively safe for them to do so. But I do believe that if you're going to carry, then if you pull that gun out, you better be prepared to fire it.
Yeah. The same thing if you pull out a knife.
Once
Never.
you see the gun or a knife, any chance of mercy is gone. So you better be prepared to shoot and suffer the consequences.
Absolutely. And Wynn says, what if I suddenly need to whittle? Fair question. And if he was a whittler, it'd be a different situation.
Oh, my knife, I can't whittle.
You could have been whittling here the whole time with a trash can underneath you to catch the scraps.
I know, but I don't have a stick.
This is what we've got woods.
Well, they're wet. I don't want a wet, brown, sticky thing.
And for every excuse you make, all I can say is, you're right. It's one of those things, whether you say, I will make this happen, or I can't do this, whichever thing you say, you're right.
Because your only limits is what you believe your limits are.
Right. I mean, even if you went and collected wet sticks right now, but you could put them on the porch so they're dry next time.
Mm-hmm.
And I could keep pointing this out, and you can keep giving me reasons why you can't do it. And the bottom line is, it's your choice. Do you want to do this or not? And if you do, you'll make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever gone camping when
Yes.
you were a kid?
Yes.
And then just start whittling
No.
a little stick into like a spear or something,
And it's the easiest thing to whittle.
and then
Or a
go
giant
poke,
toothpick.
and then go poke your friends with it. Just
Vampire!
and then they walk out into the sun, and then it just turned to ash.
The Pokemon guy?
No.
Oh. Evil Dead guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, totally.
What about
They turned into an anime
whatever
character.
decision you make is right.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminded me of giving up smoking in 2003. I used to smoke cigarettes, not an awful lot. Probably used to smoke about 6 a day, but it was a real habit and I could not stop. Tried about half a dozen times to stop. Anyway, I met my wife in 2001. Decided to get married in 2003. She said, the only deal breaker I've got is I will not marry you if you continue to smoke cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to give it one more shot. And a buddy of mine recommended a book called Alan Carr's Easy Way to Stop Smoking. And I'm not going to go into what every chapter said, but pretty much to sum the book up, it pretty much says, right, you smoke, why are you thinking about giving up? Because clearly you like doing it, otherwise you wouldn't.
Yes.
This is go for all the reasons that you smoke. Go for all the reasons that you don't smoke. Then you've got to figure out for yourself if you want to give up or not. If you want to carry on. Because you'll never be able to give up unless you really want to.
True.
But if you really want to stop, just decide you're going to stop. Don't try and reason with it. Don't whittle yourself off. Don't try and moralize it or any of that. Just stop. because you want to stop. And God damn it, it works.
It's... Oh, Toey says, my husband was a smoker when we married. I never asked him to quit. He got there on his own. I have never seen a smoker quit. I've never seen a smoker quit that didn't want to quit.
Yeah. I've never seen anybody do anything that they really didn't want to do.
Right. And I've never seen somebody who continues to smoke that didn't want to continue to smoke.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with anything, with weight loss, etc. Yeah, the reason I'm still heavier than I want to be is because I go for seconds, or I get a bigger portion than I should. You know, I can eat as healthy as I want. Go ahead.
We're not to the point where we want to deny ourselves.
Right. And, yeah, reasoning with yourself won't want to work. Actually, that I almost feel that does harm, reasoning with yourself and giving yourself all the right reasons, because it gives you a chance to accept there's two sides to those options. And if instead you went, there is no other option, this is happening, then you don't let yourself talk yourself out of it.
I mean, going back to what we were talking about earlier on in the program, it was a cathartic moment for me. My wife said, look, you and I are splitting up. You and I can either get married and enjoy the rest of our lives, or we can call it a day and bid each other goodbye if you don't stop smoking. So there really was no contest.
Yeah.
You know, do you want to get married or not? Yes. Well, really, the argument stops right there and then as to whether I was going to continue to smoke or not.
Yeah. Because there's...
Makes sense.
It's earlier you were saying it's amazing, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. It's amazing that you can get addicted to something like coffee.
Yeah.
And we can look at, there's caffeine, that's an addiction, but sugar, and this is why I asked about the sugar, because sugar is more of an addictor than
caffeine.
It is.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially here in the U.S. with everything being so saturated with sugar and no longer even sugar. High fructose corn syrup. And, we're...
I mean, look at what we're drinking.
Mine's just full of carcinogens instead of sugar.
Sounds like a game.
It's, but I find with anything, and this is why I call them vices. My whiskey, my pipes, my cigars, my soda, my coffee. If I don't have them, I might crave them when I see a movie and somebody is partaking of that particular item, where I'm like, oh man, that looks good.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is I rarely crave them. I can give them up if I can do that. One choice when I'm in the store, which in the case of alcohol and tobacco is don't even go in that store. Or don't go on that website, whatever. It's pretty easy to not buy it, and if you don't buy it, you don't use it because it's not in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
right there.
On the other hand,
it does help if it's not available.
Yeah, and it's your choice to make it available most of the time.
Yeah.
Food a little harder because you have to have.
Yeah.
But what I've started doing is, this will sound odd, but I've stopped buying mustard and other condiments. I've stopped buying garlic chili sauce, the seasonings, because frankly, those are the flavors that make me go back for the second portion.
Yeah.
Whereas if I just have rice and chicken with a bit of, seasoning, spices on top, it's easier for me to go, I don't crave the second portion because it was good, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I want more good.
Yeah.
And also the really easy to cook things, or where you don't have to cook, whether it's a bag of chips or
ramen.
Oh no, ramen I'm okay with because I don't ever. Well, no, I do sometimes crave ramen because it's a good, simple, basic.
And then you add like a thing of Sazon seasoning in, put a touch of Tabasco,
and butter.
But
anyhow,
not Tabasco.
Yeah, we make these choices. These are our choices. Even biting our nails.
Guilty as charged. Hi, Gina.
We choose to continue to clip it with our teeth instead of with
Clippers.
nail clippers. And with nail clippers, you stop before you get down to nothing. With your teeth, a little less precise, and you drag that whole damn thing off. And
then there are hangnails that you just go, how?
that's right.
And it lines your whole body, and then you just lose your whole skin. And it's like, okay then.
Now, Richard, you said you're good till 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until 5 o'clock tonight, I'm going to have to run.
Okay. Okay, so let me know if you need to go before then. Otherwise, at 5, I will say, are you ready to go?
No, I'm fine.
Then he'll just kick you out.
Nah, he can
I'll
bail.
just snip the cord.
There we go. So the coffee thing was one thing. What was the... I think that was it. Good enough for now.
Yeah.
So Richard, if we do get together, not necessarily for breakfast and going to Jersey's or whatever, but should I bring a little extra tobacco for you? Should I bring a extra cigar for you?
If you have any tobacco and you're feeling generous,
Absolutely.
that'd be nice.
It's because I buy it in large quantities and then put it in jars so it doesn't dry out, and
Yeah, so don't dry out. Yeah, that's the way to go.
this is what I was going to say. This is interesting. I tend to partake of my vices more when I only have a little of it in the house than when I have a lot.
Mm.
When I have a full humidor, I will smoke less cigars than when I only have 5 left. If I only have a half bottle of brandy, I will drink more often than if I have, here's a bottle of whiskey, here's a bottle of brandy, here's a bottle of gin, here's a bottle of rum, and I have all this other stuff.
Can you put reason to that?
What do you think that is?
It's I only have a little, so I need to use it. Whereas when you have a lot, you're confident it'll be there when you want it, so it's easier to say no.
Yeah.
And it's a weird psychological thing. It's the best I can equate it to is being poor. Rich people save money better than poor people. They're more willing to use a coupon. They're more willing to buy selectively. And it's because there is no risk of running out. So they don't need to make themselves feel better by getting more.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to know how the rich people stay rich?
No.
You know how there's the little line for the poles and the tolls, and then like when you're going into the parking garage, little thing, the Lamborghinis and Ferraris that the rich people buy, they go right under it. That's how they stay rich.
By parking in garages.
By going under the tolls. You don't have to pay tolls if you're rich.
You do. Now I'm yeah, okay, good. Making sure you are being sarcastic, because those scanners get like a 20-foot wide square scan. There is no, just like going through the fast pass on the highway and whatnot.
Yeah.
There is no escape. Resistance is futile.
But you do save money by having that, and whereas somebody who buys a fast pass spends $100, somebody who goes through the toll gates and throws a coin in the bucket or hands $1 to the tender, they're going to spend $120 for the same amount of back and forth.
How long does a fast pass last?
Well, what?
There's a fast toll on the Coleman Bridge near us.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the little box on your windscreen,
Right.
it's 80 cents. If you pay by cash, it's $3.
There we go. And what were you asking?
How long does a fast pass last?
Till you run out of money. Now, I want to say, do the fast passes, does the money expire after a certain amount of time if you haven't used it? I think
It
it's...
does not expire. They have a $15 deposit, or it used to be $15 deposit on the thing, on the little plastic thing.
Mm.
And then I went in there one time and they said, we're going to start enforcing a minimum of $75. And I said some very unparliamentary language to them, and we negotiated that down to I was going to pay 25.
Wow, but yeah,
I mind parking with $25, but 75 is a bit steep. I don't use it that often.
well, that's the thing. I put $30 on mine, and since I don't often pass through these things, it lasts me 6 months to 3 years, depending on what I'm doing and where I'm
Yeah,
going.
mine does.
So I don't need $75 on it, but yeah, it's and by the way, don't let people fool you about buying in bulk. Sometimes buying in bulk saves you. Other times it encourages more waste.
Mm-hmm.
Because I buy a regular thing of mustard this big and I don't use a lot, so it ends up expiring before I get through the whole thing. There's like a third of it left when I'm throwing it away.
Oh yeah.
And I've started buying.
Sorry.
What's that?
You've got to have somewhere to put all this crap. You know, if you insist on going out and buying 10 bales of toilet paper, then it's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm okay. That's where buying in bulk can help you.
Yeah,
you know,
with non-perishables.
Right. If it's not going to go bad, we're not going to stop shitting next week.
Are you sure about that?
Oh God, we could hope.
What was it? We're not going to stop dropping sewer pickles anytime soon.
Just go eat all the cheese.
Go eat all the cheese, he says.
Go eat the cheese.
It's we ate good this morning though. I got some Italian sausages the other day. Got the hot ones and got the sweet ones. Skipped over the mild. Brought home a pack of each of these. There's 6 in each. Cooked them on the George Foreman yesterday. Had them for dinner. Then today I asked Aiden, "You want some eggs?" And he's like, "Yep." So I got him 2 hot sausages, and they're the big brats, not the breakfast legs, the American things.
No. Yeah.
And I made 3 fried eggs over medium for him, and then a glass of milk with it. It was a good breakfast. Yeah, and for me, I had 1 sweet, 1 hot.
Yeah.
3 eggs and a glass of milk.
Yeah.
And I won't have to eat till like 8 o'clock tonight, and I'll be like, oh, just a nibble, I'm good.
Yeah. You see, I would love to eat like that. If I eat like that, I'll be asleep in an hour.
Mm.
In an hour.
Food, at this point in my life, doesn't seem to affect me that way. I don't... Now, Andrea, on the other hand, yeah, you give her like a fucking saltine, and she's like...
I'm just tired all the time. I don't... Have I been yawning the whole stream?
No, but you will find the more you do, the less tired you are. And when you do sleep, you'll sleep better and sleep less. Because, you know, when you wake up and you're like, oh, gotta get up. And you don't know why you gotta get up. But you know, this is what you're supposed to do. When you do stuff, when you wake up and go, I gotta get up, then you immediately go, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna feel like I accomplished something, and I'm gonna feel good about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I fixed my YouTube channel and made it better.
Yeah.
So people actually like my video.
Well, that last part, you got to like them first.
True.
And if you like them, you can go and make it like my Twitch channel, my YouTube, you know, make sure you got your graphics, doing it as professionally as you can or want to.
Mm-hmm.
But the content is about you first.
Yeah.
The rest will come.
Yeah. What I think I have to do is don't stream. Stop streaming. Start just recording the videos, putting them onto my computer, editing them, putting my little face in.
That's what I was actually suggesting, where you're like, I want to record a YouTube video. Grab your phone and record it. Leave it on your phone's hard drive, and once a week, pull them all off, edit them down, and that way if you have 3 videos that are 10 minutes each, maybe once you clip out that 2 minutes of you going, I don't know what to say. I'm bored. Cut that out.
Yeah.
No. You take that 30 minutes and turn it into 12 minutes of good content.
Yeah, like, with my Fortnite videos, I hyper-focus on the game. And I will forget that I'm streaming it, and...
Andrea has seen people who don't talk at all. Matter of fact, there are Twitch streams that say silent streamer. They don't talk at all, and they will have hundreds of people watching them. This is why I'm telling you, whatever you're doing, there is an audience for that. You know, just do what you enjoy, and the rest will follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially now it's become so easy to put videos out of yourself doing stuff. A lot of times the reason that stuff doesn't get a lot of attention is it's not that people don't like it, it's just that they haven't seen it.
Yeah. That's the hardest part, is getting in front of the people who do want to see it. And how do you do that? Well, you can pay money. That's the easiest way. Unless you don't have money.
I mean, you know, for instance, somebody might be putting stuff out, they've only got 9 subscribers.
Right.
On the other hand, there might only have been 10 people who saw it.
Right.
If you've got 10 people who saw something and only one didn't want to follow it, I thought that's a pretty good result, you know. So it may be that he's just, you need to put more out and,
Well, also, let me show you
you know,
this.
recognition.
By the way, Chuck says, look at soap cutting videos and hydraulic press videos. No one talks.
True.
So if they're interested in your content and not your chatter, it's okay. I have 367 followers.
Yeah.
I have an average of, well, it says 3. It's about 8. Versus up to 25. My max one was just over 200. So out of these followers, I'm getting 5% viewing, let's say. And that's how it is with YouTube subscribers or anything else. You can have 1,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 subscribers, but only 5% come back to watch.
Usually I get about 10% of my viewers, because I have about 58 subscribers.
Okay.
I usually get about 5 live viewers.
Well, so your batting average is actually pretty good then.
Yeah.
You're up around 10%.
Yeah, let me show you something else. I send out newsletters for my writing and for Talk of the Tavern. And let's flip right here. Okay, so this is the latest thing I sent out.
Okay.
So I sent out an email for Talk of the Tavern talking about wanting more guests, etc.
Yeah.
I have, this is actually to my author list here. 10% opened it. And these are people that signed up for the list that said, I want to hear what you have to say. Only 10% opened it. And out of that, less than 1% clicked on something.
1% of that 10% or 1% of the
1%
original?
of that 10%, I believe.
Mm.
So if there's 118 people, it's rounded down to 100. So 10 people opened it. That must be of the 118. I'm guessing that percent.
So like one person opened
one
it.
person, yeah.
And that might have been you.
No, I didn't click on my own stuff. I just deleted it. I'm one of the ones that didn't look. I guess if I looked, I would have a higher percentage.
Yeah.
Maybe start looking at your own stuff to self-promote.
Ooh.
What?
Nice. Tempe, who, oh goodness, I forget her website. I like her website though. But she sent a message saying she'd like to get together with Andrea and I and discuss a project she's working on and get some opinions on it and feedback and advice. And
Sounds exciting.
yeah, it's a writing project and maybe put it out in the world. So that'll be good.
So we brought up cons earlier. Do you plan on going to any cons in the next year?
January. MarsCon.
Just MarsCon?
Well, because of my working schedule, I'm working
True.
every weekend, and I actually had about 5 or 6 cons between now and the end of the year that I canceled because you got to make
you
the
had to
money.
cancel Comic-Con, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. But, yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? But sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do.
Well, it's one of those things. If I go to work, I'm guaranteed to come home with money. If I go to a con, it's a crapshoot. Maybe I'll make $200 and have paid whatever to get a table, etc. Or maybe I'll walk away with nothing and it's losing time and money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck says, I set up all correspondence from you to be signed in triplicate, sent back, sent in, queried, lost, found, subjected to public inquiry, lost again, and finally being buried in soft peat for 3 months and recycled as firelighters. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate all that effort. And Toey says, just back from Raleigh's SuperCon. It was fantastic. She takes the greatest pictures. Because instead of like, oh, here's Batman, here's Deadpool, she found like a woman dressed as Wonder Bread Woman. So it was a Wonder Woman outfit in Wonder Bread colors.
Oh,
It was fabulous.
And there's others like that she gets the ones that are a little more unique and thought-provoking, etc. I enjoyed...
Wonder Bread Woman.
Yeah. There was 2 or 3 others that she put up that I went... Like on her Instagram. Yeah, see, and those are the people that I look for too, and she says we always take pictures of the people that don't get all the attention.
Yeah.
This is why we like Richard.
Cool.
I've got to say, I'm quite disappointed you're not coming to Fairy Con this. Well, I'm not going to Fairy Con either, but I'll probably stick my nose around the door. I wanted to see you come as, who was it you were going to come as? The Fairy Godfather?
Now that I will be dressing as that for MarsCon in January.
Cool, yeah, I look forward to that.
Yeah, I'm going to dress in my purple zoot suit with my violin case, put some wings on the back, and come as a fairy godfather. Then I'm also going to dress in a flannel shirt, jeans, a tool belt with gardening tools in it, and a gnome cap, and come as a gardening gnome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a garden gnome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I thought the Fairy Godfather was a stroke of genius. I've got to tell you.
It just...
Yeah.
This is the thing, when people are talking about cosplay and they're like, I don't have anything. I'm like, no, you do. You just haven't realized it yet.
Yeah.
It's...
Yes.
You could put something out or together and you'll be alright. Speaking of people who put stuff out, I have a friend that recently started designing t-shirts and putting them up on Amazon. There it is. And I bought one of a shirt of a squirrel holding a nut saying, "You're nuts." And there's another one that just went up today that I need to... There it is. It's a gnome sitting on a log smoking a pipe. And I think I need to purchase that. Well, honestly, with the...
Get it in pink.
I don't have a pink shirt. I don't have a yellow either. See, I was hoping it'd be in purple. Yeah, same thing. But, yeah, I might pick that up and... Yeah. And it's...
You like that, do
Hmm?
you? like that, do you?
Well,
You like that idea of that t-shirt, huh?
if I ran across the t-shirt in a store, I wouldn't pick it up, especially for $20-25 that it's going to cost because she's a small producer.
Yeah.
But because I know the person that made it and I like the content, for that reason I will pick it up.
Yeah. It's always worth getting something from friends and acquaintances if you can.
That's clever, Toei. Toei says you could dress as a Buckingham Palace guard with a gnome hat and be a garden gnome. Yeah.
Damn.
I would need to find the red jacket, but the rest I can do. And I feel like with the gnome hat, you'd have to have that chin strap that comes right here with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to have a gold filigree shin strap come under your chin.
Exactly. That's good. I like that. Man.
Maybe a gnome hat covered in black fake fur.
Yeah, it could be a black gnome
You know,
hat.
they're like big
Yeah.
beefeater things.
Huh. The coat would be the hard part, the red coat. That would
That'd be pretty funny.
that'd be the part that would cost more money than I probably have in the budget for that sort of thing. But I do like that. I like that. I'm going to think on that, see if I can pull that together or not. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Richard, it is time for you to go walk your dog and get ready to spend time with your wife.
Yep, I've got to be off.
I appreciate you popping in, bud.
Yes, sir. It's been a pleasure. Thanks again for having me.
Yep, and let me know your schedule so we can give you a regular day to hang out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I will do. It'll probably take a couple of weeks before I figure out exactly what they want to do.
Sure.
But we'll sort something out.
Excellent. Go have a good evening. Enjoy your day off.
You too. Thanks again. Bye, Travis.
Bye.
Take care, eh?
Bye.
Good luck, man.
And then we'll go to this. Wow, what is that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh.
Hold on a second while I figure out what's wrong with the camera.
Oh no. You broke it.
I did.
Stop breaking it.
Well, there's that until we get it figured out. You know what I think it is? Let me go here. Let me go here. Configure video. Oh. That is a new property box I haven't seen before. Interesting. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Now, also, I got to find out if Andrea wants to come on. Now we can do this real quick.
We can.
Let's bring it back to that. Now we got nothing.
Oh. Well, the webcam. Wait. Oh, wait. And that's...
Well, here, let me do this. Let me just totally remove that. Because I suspect I deleted that. And let's grab this. Go up here to video capture device. Grab here, grab here. Grab this. There we go.
Yeah. Now we have to
There we go.
reconfigure it.
Oh, easy enough to do.
True.
See that?
Yeah.
Hi, Otter.
They don't see Otter.
No, that's okay. Let's even this out though, so it's got the same amount of black on each side. And yeah, we can also come down here and squelch that out.
You want me to go poke Andrea, see if she wants to join? Or should you do it? I think you should do it.
You think I should do it?
I think you should do it.
Okay.
Go do it.
Talk to them for a moment. Pet the cat.
Hi there. There's a cat right here. Come on, Otter. Otter. He's camera shy. Yeah, the garden gnome is really clever. Wait, is he coming back? I think he's coming back. Final answer: yes or no? Are you coming back? Are you back? Is she joining us?
No,
Oh.
just us.
Well, we have an hour.
So let me ask you. Now tonight, just so everybody knows, we are going to. Let me actually just shut this down. We don't need that up anymore.
You're right.
As a matter of fact, we could even pop this to this side so I can see that. Okay, so tonight on Andrea's channel,
On Andrew's
let me do a shout out for that. Oh, you know
shout
what?
out.
Toey, please feel free to always give yourself a shout out once or twice or thrice per show. You know, help yourself to that. You're always welcome to do that. I know I've said that. I know you forget or don't out of humility. But anyhow, now this other one, this is where we're tonight from 8 to 10, maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
Now when I say we, Aiden has bailed on us. I invited him. He has a character for this game.
I do.
But we're going to be on Andrea's channel streaming a superhero game. And we actually have one less person tonight than normal.
Oh, who are you missing?
Daniel will not be joining us tonight.
Daniel. I know Daniel.
Yes. He's the one that runs the D&D game
Yeah.
on Andrea's channel.
Maybe you should put OBS over there so we can look at that and that.
But the only thing behind this is this.
True, but then when you click on that to do thing, it hides OBS. I don't know, man.
I don't know either. So tonight we're playing the superhero game, and I invited him on. Because he has a character already made.
Yeah.
And just not being used. Hey, there's Tobias.
Hey.
How was your stream today? Did you do one? And what'd you play if you did? It's, but yeah, it's, just so you know, yeah, if you're bored, you can always do that.
Yeah.
Your call.
Well, I'd have to relearn the whole system.
Yeah, it's roll 2 dice, look at a chart.
Really?
Pretty easy. Yeah, it's Marvel.
Oh.
Marvel.
Let the kid have a smoke.
Totally illegal.
Yeah.
So, nope.
No.
Just not worth any trouble that would come out of it.
Mm.
So, yeah, I'm kind of excited by tonight. It's the beginning of the story arc, because we've played for a month,
Uh-huh.
and I've kind of let them get their stride as players, as characters, meshing as a team, and now, actually, last week, we started the story arc for it. where we basically lay down what's going to lead into the events over the next 8 weeks till September 21st.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, is actually a Thursday, which works out well.
September. Go
Oh.
back. It is.
I forgot we're in
No,
August.
it's a Friday.
Good enough.
Close enough.
So I planned out an 8-week story arc.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know what? I don't have names up here. I could put names on this one, too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Just come over here. And this.
Boink, boink. StreamYawns.
What?
What you got?
We'll just wait here breathlessly. You never did say how your stream was.
Yeah, you never did. We're still waiting for that.
I need to move that tip jar over a little.
You do.
There we go. You bought your friend his dream PC. Well, that was good of you. I'm
Cool.
sure your friend is appreciative.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And what kind of PC did you get him? Leave those floating.
Yeah. You might want to move your name a little bit down because it's blending with the
I might.
tavern sign.
I might. Also, maybe make it bigger. Boink.
Yeah. But now it's uneven. That's bothering me. Okay, that's better.
There we go.
Mm.
See, I've got a good PC that I like. Well, a laptop that
Yeah.
I like.
A bit overpowered one. That's a pretty pricey PC.
Are you saying it was $36,000 that you spent on your friend's computer? Or did you put an extra zero on that?
Mm. Yes.
Either way, whichever one it is, good job.
Yeah.
They're lucky to have a friend like you. Very nice of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, well done, man. So yeah, tonight begins the story arc across the next, I guess, 2 months now.
Yeah.
A little less, a little more, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. There you go.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what a $36,000 computer would have.
Yeah. Neither can I.
But yeah, I'm probably due for a new computer. This one is 5 years old at this point,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still running fine. I'm not facing issues on it yet, so I'm not worried about replacing it. When you have a great afternoon, evening, and we hope to see you tonight,
Yep.
Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us.
Yeah.
So, we will catch you on the flip side.
Yep. See you around.
I think if I need anything, first of all, I want to get that chair like Andrea got.
Yeah.
I want one of those, and there's
I've-
expensive versions that are $400, and there's cheap ones that are $100.
Yeah. I've wanted one of those for a long time.
Great stream is lagging because 20 peeps streaming on it. Something Win did, Tobias, is if you go down to the cog on the screen and choose 720 instead of auto, she said that stopped a lot of the lagging issues.
Yeah.
And the root of that problem might be our internet connection, or it might be something in Twitch. We can't quite identify that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know about the 20 peeps streaming on it. Yeah, I'd like the chair. Now, there's a little bit of sound equipment left, but it's pretty much like 2 or 3 sets of headsets
Yeah.
that I'd like, and I only need those if we're in a situation where we have 4 or 5 of us gathered around and we need headsets because we have somebody else coming from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not really required. I mean, I've got in the Amazon wish list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got it. You got 20 people streaming on your internet. Change the password. Problem solved.
Yeah. But you see, with me, I need to get a new computer, a new chair. I'm good with the headphones and mic I have, but I should probably get a new monitor, a new mouse. I have a lot of stuff I need to get.
Well, if you get one decent laptop, it doesn't even have to be really expensive, $700 to $1,000. That wish list is just down below. If you scroll down below my video, you'll see a wish list thing, and you'll see Andrea's stuff, my stuff, Ed, Elizabeth, etc.
Yeah.
There's also a gaming one on there, and that's for Andrea's stream, and it's just different books I'd like to have for the games.
Yeah.
It's it's just an Amazon wish list. It's one of those things you go purchase it, and on my old desktop, ship it to the P.O. box. Right there by the wish list on the bottom of the screen.
It was $12,000. No, $1,200 new. Yeah, just ship it down to the P.O. box down below.
Yeah. And that's something else. I still have this one back here.
Yeah.
That is, it's 7 or 8 years old, but it was a great machine when I got it.
Yeah.
But with you, I think one decent laptop, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Because it'll have all the basic stuff you need, minus a pair of headsets.
Yeah.
And
Which
you're done.
I already have gaming headsets.
Getting these $35 Logitechs with the mic, it's pretty good.
Okay. You see, I have $60 pair of Turtle Beaches that my brother got me for my birthday a couple years ago, and they are still working beautifully. The mic quality on them is amazing. Have you ever watched any of my videos? Those are the headsets that I use for my videos, and you can hear me.
It's usually the PS4 ones. Do you use them for that?
I use the headsets for the PS4, and I have the mic for the PS4, but I have a different mic for my computer videos.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, I think with one decent laptop that you could bring back and forth between the two houses, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
That way you can stop joining us on Twitch via your phone, which of course overheats.
Yeah.
Etc.
And it's bad quality, unreliable sometimes. Especially as my phone keeps getting older, I'm 2 generations behind on my phone.
The thing about the laptop, though, would be... Here, at least, it would be the internet connection.
Yeah. I mean, I could just take the tablet into my room, hook it up to turn the tablet into a mobile hotspot, and then...
I don't know. I don't think that one has that ability.
Then I'd have to use someone's phone because, like I said, my phone doesn't do mobile hotspot.
Yeah. That's me moving the table.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a cat going.
Where did all the cats go?
There's a
up
sound
there.
Maybe they ran away from me. I don't think the cats like me today.
So for you, what is a dream day off? What is a great day off for you?
A dream day off, huh? I wake up, have a good old 20-ouncer of coffee, have a decent breakfast, pancakes, actual sausage, scrambled eggs, then hang out with my friends, just chill.
So it's not going to Busch Gardens or King's Dominion?
That's fun, but I don't want to do that every day.
No, this is why I say just a great day off, not every day off.
Like, one of my big dreams, you know how my favorite YouTuber is Markiplier, right? I would love to meet him one day. That's why I'm really hoping I explode on YouTube so that I can go, hey, you want to do a famous person collab?
It's one of those things, if you follow and interact without being obnoxious or needy, eventually, as they start responding back to you, recognizing that you're a regular, etc., there is a chance that they'll do a collab when you're not famous yet.
Yeah, well, there are also 500,000 other people trying to do the same thing.
That's why interacting while they're on a live stream, so they get to recognize your name.
Could help me with getting big on YouTube. That would be appreciated.
There you go. It's
You mind if I leave a link down and
what do you
leave
need?
a link to my YouTube?
Here, let me do this real quick.
Yeah.
Give me your link.
I don't have one. I'm not big enough to have a custom.
Okay.
It's Draken Gaming on.
Okay, let's just start here.
Yeah.
And I know I follow you, but I was hoping for
I don't have a custom link.
not Dragon
No,
Slayer
I
anymore.
changed it.
So Draken Gaming, all one word.
Draken Gaming, 2 words.
Okay, let's start with that.
And second one,
The second one.
because one above me has more subscribers. Grumble, grumble.
So let's pop here.
And let's.
You want to drop here?
You've met Markiplier.
Oh, well, there you go.
What's he like? Specs i5, 16 DDR4, Asus storage GTX 4. It's a pretty nice computer.
It's equivalent to one behind me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So, as for, meeting Markiplier definitely be cool, or any of the other, really
Yeah.
big names with good people who you get along with and want
Yeah.
to hang out with. And keep in mind, when you get bigger,
Mm-hmm.
to do the same for other small gamers, even if
Yeah.
it's a matter of whether it's Twitch or YouTube, sharing the channel. I could throw in the Steam account and games on it. If you like, bud, it's up to you. You got the address.
Yeah?
Or me, maybe. You're going to throw you on it? Don't throw you on the computer.
Don't do that.
I don't think the USPS is going to ship you.
Don't-
It's the United States Postal Service, by the way,
Yeah.
USPS.
Don't do one of those mail yourself in a box challenges. That died. That died.
Well, thank goodness, because we really don't want those stupid
Yeah.
people living.
Now you have to, set your car into neutral and then have it idle down the road while you're like dancing to "In My Feelings" by Drake.
No, or meet me.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd like to meet you someday. That'd be interesting.
See, this is why I raid people, which I know I'm not a big channel.
No.
But raiding people helps build that community and make
Yeah.
my followers find other cool people who I get a
Mhm.
lot of compliments from the people
Yeah.
who I raid. Not necessarily from the people I raid,
Mhm.
but a lot of my viewers are like, hey, thanks for bringing me over to there.
Yeah.
Hosting people,
Mhm.
retweeting,
Yeah.
sharing the stream, etc.
Mhm.
It makes a big difference in growth and whatnot. And
Yeah. I could bring CNanners,
streamers,
streamers.
I'm guessing. What were you going to say?
Markiplier did that one time. There was this game that he was really frustrated with called Welcome to the Game 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he went down to the people who are streaming it live on Twitch. He went to the most unviewed person and rated him.
See, I look forward to being able to do that.
Yeah.
To hit these people who have a good stream or a good personality or a little of both.
And then just go, hey, boom,
Yeah.
1 million people.
Well, or dropping whether it's 100 or 1,000 or whatever. Because even when I raid with a couple dozen, people are appreciative. And
Yeah, like, I remember when you rated me with like 10.
Mhm.
And that was the most views I've had in a long time.
yeah. I don't know.
So I meant CNanners.
Oh, okay.
He's another big YouTuber. Oh. I've actually never heard of him.
Here, let me do this. Get me there.
Okay, CNanners. Search Google.
Pull
for
that up there, right there.
Oh.
Adam Montoya.
He should change his first name to Inigo.
You killed my father in the game. Prepare to reset.
Prepare to respawn.
There we go.
Boom, headshot.
Good headshot. A little silly. Especially the cat one.
Yeah?
But, there you go. Yeah, I look forward to being able to bring that to other people.
Yeah.
Whether it's watching them and I'm guessing, Tobias, that you made a brand new thing to view here, so you get a little peace and quiet
Yeah.
from your viewers and fans and followers instead of them following you here to bug you.
Yeah.
And that's why you came in under a different name instead of your actual channel name.
Mm-hmm. Is this the different name, or?
I believe so, yeah. This is the one he created. He said to watch our channel, but I'm guessing he meant to watch a bunch of people's channels and everything, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
this
there you
is
go.
the other one.
Yeah. And there we go.
I do raid smaller streamers.
I love doing that, and like I said, not that I'm big,
Yeah.
and I think the most I've been rated by, there was somebody who brought like 25 in or something like that, because that's the community level I'm at.
Yeah.
Collabing with a guy that had 100 followers now has over 30K. See, that's beautiful, and I'm not actually worried about the followers numbers. I'm worried about my average viewers. I would love to hit that 75 average viewers and hit partner.
You see,
get that little purple check.
Yeah, I'm not worried about making money or having this huge fan base. I want to make people happy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make videos that when they're having a bad day, they come to my channel and laugh.
Yeah. Well, that's what Talk of the Tavern is for. It's for
Yeah.
hanging out and socializing and getting past that day where you went through the grind. Whether that grind is going to school or going to work or whatever.
Just daily
somebody
existence.
does. Yeah. Time to kick back, relax.
His was 2, now it's 900.
Nice. His average viewers, I'm guessing? Yeah, because of the followers. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing to be able to help somebody out and give that, especially, it doesn't take anything off me to do that for somebody else.
Yeah. And would you mind shouting out my Twitch just for people who are watching, just in case I get lucky?
What are we at?
Dragon Gaming YT.
Yep. Good?
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you're actually on my auto-host list. That's something else. Auto-hosting, folks, is always good. See, you're auto-hosting me right now.
I do that.
Snuck in and got the...
Rush.
You're all empty.
Yeah.
Then again, you have no videos or anything.
I need to set up my
so-
Twitch.
Yeah.
I have 11 followers?
You do.
Since when?
Well, here. That's John.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who that is. Don't know
I know who
Blonde
that is.
Michael Thompson, we know him.
Uh-huh.
That's his mother.
Uh-huh.
And
Andrea.
there you go.
I know a couple of those people.
There you go.
A few of them are my friends.
I'm curious about this person.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So that's Titchy, Alex, a gamer from the UK.
Hmm.
I want to say I know who that is.
You shared my YouTube? Aw, thanks, dude.
Where'd you share it at, Tobias? And that way he could pop over there and give you a thank you and everything and let folks know. Because if they see him interacting, it means more. So...
Yeah.
This is also what I keep telling you with people are more interested and willing to share the work a kid is doing.
Yeah.
As opposed to an adult because, we want to encourage the next generation to do this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As an adult, it's pretty much, do the work, get that stuff done.
Yeah.
Which is sensible.
Mm-hmm.
Because I won't say... No, actually, I'm not that way. It depends on the content. Totally depends on the content for me whether or not I'm going to share, shout out, post. And by content, I mean something relatable to my channel first and foremost. But I will still rate people unrelated if they have a good stream.
Yeah.
Interactive. Did
Well, I
something
did something-
fast, so I took a snap of it. Still fate, 80K file.
On Snap.
Like Snapchat?
Yeah.
I have Snapcat on my shirt. So,
Well, anyways, thanks, man. That actually means a lot to me.
here's what we can do. It's there it is up there.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do a shout out for his Twitch, for his YouTube? I think
He
you said
said
for
my
YouTube, right?
YouTube.
So here's what we do. You have 58. Okay.
Here, give me a second. Let me go grab my phone.
Okay.
There's a website that I saw earlier that lets me watch my live subscriber count.
I just hit refresh. It's my YouTube channel is only at, I don't know, 300 or something like that. So, would appreciate that, Tobias. Appreciate you supporting my boy.
Bookmarks. History. Crap. What was it? I remember going to it earlier today. Well, it's almost midnight here, so... Oh, that makes... Yeah. You should probably go get some sleep, man. Probably had a pretty long day. Let's see tomorrow. Yeah. I'll figure out what that website is later on.
Check it out when we get up tomorrow to take you back to your mother's.
Yeah.
Check it out in the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a community.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I've always done with this show, supporting the artists, the musicians, the writers, the filmmakers that I have on. And it's always a bit frustrating when you have somebody on. For example, I've had a few very big names on who have, 100,000 followers on Instagram and Twitter, and I don't think this one guy had a YouTube. But they didn't even post that they were going to be on the show. Mm-hmm. And that's how we grow when we have a guest on. They
go, hey, go check me out on Talk of the Tavern.
Right. Well, I try to explain to these folks that your fans follow you and watch you. They don't know who I am.
Yeah.
But if you say I'm going over here and hanging out with this guy, they then go to watch you, and if they like the content, they watch me again.
Yeah.
William Kircher, the one guy who played one of the dwarves on The Hobbit, when we had him on, he was very good.
Did he post it?
Yeah, he did.
Did stream crash?
Nope, I don't believe it did.
No.
Nope, we're still going.
We are the live.
You got us back, Tobias?
Well, he's figuring that out. I can go over here.
As I was saying, if you go to the cog in the corner, right-hand bottom corner of the screen, click on that, change it to 720 instead of auto.
Social.
So, Talking Toei did this, and it stopped any issues she was having. So, maybe that helps, too.
Okay.
What are you checking?
I'm going to that thing I told you about, the live subscriber count.
Okay. It's on 360. Now, is it 360 auto? Dropsum, what's going on, buddy?
Yo, what up, bruh?
Good to see you. How's work going today, man? Having a good time, or is that shitty? I hope it's a good time. Reasonable
Hopefully.
time. It's Dropsum is one of the tech guys who helps me out with as we just started using Discord a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was good till the rain. Do you work outside? I don't remember what you do for a living. It's we got the rain here too. Beautiful thunderstorm, nice steady rain.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like Twitch. I don't know what's going on. Or it could be the 20 people you have pulling your bandwidth.
Yeah.
Walk over to the router, start kicking people off. I've done that in this house as we have, even though it's only the three of us, there's times we will have 6 or 7 devices on the damn hotspot.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, let's yank those.
The only time I had mine on the hotspot is when my data kind of died.
Normally it's no big deal, but if we're streaming, it's just not worth
risking it.
Yeah.
Just in case the stream goes, hey, I don't like you.
As for how, the easiest way is you change your router password.
Yeah.
Whereas if you don't have it passworded, you do that. Now, how do you do that? That's in your router instructions. If you don't have the instructions, find their website, pull up their manual. But you're going to go to a certain specific IP address, so 196.00.21.0 or whatever it is. And
I'm going to go take a Tom's.
Okay. Or 2, and no more soda then. Yeah.
I finished the soda.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's with the greasy food and sugar.
Yep.
So once you've gone to that website, it should bring up the thing, and you can set up a password. This way, only people you want can get on. I don't know if you have 20 people living in your house, or people are pirating your thing because it's not passworded. But yeah, it's time to kick them off. if you're paying money for a decent bandwidth and you're not getting it, they're stealing from you. And maybe that doesn't matter financially for you, maybe it does, but whether it does or does not, the bottom line is if you're making a living by streaming on YouTube, Twitch, etc., IK the people. I'm not sure what that means. Still want to kick some off. Yeah, so go find your router. Like I said, if you don't have a manual for your router, go to their website, pull up the manual for that. It will tell you what IP to go to, and from there you could set a password. And then you give the password to the people you want to have it. It's that simple, and because maybe these folks are taking advantage of you getting something for free without giving anything back. I know you probably want some of them on there because you like them, they're your friends, etc. But yeah, this is your business. Your stream, I'm guessing, is your life, unless you go to a day job also. But yeah, you don't want your bandwidth interrupted when you're streaming.
Yeah.
That's just shitty. And I will say this, Tobias, don't forget, if you like what you're seeing here, to help us grow and make it so we can do this for a living, pop in on your regular ID once in a while, and then, host us. I'm not saying auto-host us, and I'm not saying you got to do it all the time. But yeah, bring your people over here. You're in the chat chatting. You're an attraction. You're having a good time, relaxing, kicking back. And then, come in the rest of the times in your little secret mode here that you're doing. And the same thing for other things. It helps us grow. It lets us do more of what we already do. But you know that because you have gone to other people, or they have come to you, however it worked out. And they helped you out. So it's just paying it forward, giving back a little bit of what you got. But I'll never expect it. So don't feel bad if you're like, nope, totally not doing that. That's cool, man. Not worried about it. But we love chatting with people. And unless we have a big guest on, or we're just hot on a topic and we want to stick to the topic, then we'll only read off and interact with the stuff that relates to what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you understand that. I don't know about this pipe. It feels like it's bubbling on the side. I do. You know how earlier I was responding to that one green Peterson church warden?
Yeah.
That's a pipe for anybody that doesn't know. A buddy was selling it for $50. Great deal. I didn't get it. Somebody else did. I do have a Meerschaum church warden coming from one. The white pipes?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Oh.
But a church warden is your long stem ones like these that you love when I smoke those.
Yeah, because it just looks cool.
But yeah, I have one of those coming. But some of the stuff in my personal wish list, not the Talk of the Tavern one or the gaming one, in my personal one are some of these pipes. And I had one buddy go, look, they're like, I never realized pipes were so expensive.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they are. And this is a cheaper pipe, a lower end pipe. And it's a good smoker, but I can feel the finish. Here, run your finger right there.
Oh, yeah. It's bubbling.
Yeah, I can feel the finish bubbling. Now, that is where I keep my thumb.
Yeah, so it might just be the oils from your thumb rubbing off the finish.
It shouldn't.
True.
These others don't do it.
True.
So...
Was that pipe a cheap pipe?
Yeah.
That explains why, then.
It's still a good cheap pipe.
Yeah.
And actually, this was...
But nevertheless,
yeah,
a cheap
this
pipe.
is a Mr. Broggs pipe, which is great website, very reasonable prices, good pipes. But as you smoke things... You find out what's going on. Now, what might happen is if the finish comes off, I might totally take it apart, strip the finish, and redo that finish.
Yeah.
And that could totally solve the problem. So, but yeah, in the Amazon wish list, I have... Here, let me show you some of these pipes. Guys, we're going to step away from the chat for a moment here, so if you don't see us, that's why. And if we don't see your comments, just give us a minute and we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not it. It's wait, it's over here.
Yeah.
So we scroll down past some of the movies and stuff. And some cigar stuff, because the cigars I enjoy. Now down here, once we get past, see, there's a Savinelli. Matter of fact,
pipes are expensive.
Yeah. 75 to 150 is the price range I tend to go for. when things are a bit tighter like they are, for the past year or so, $30, $40 pipe is a nice new addition to my collection.
Yeah.
But here, let me point these two out.
When you're done with that, would you mind me showing you the laptop I want to get?
Okay. But see, like this here?
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's so pretty.
Now, I'd like that in green. That would be nice. But that's a nice ebony finish. And then this one here.
Oh. Oh, that's really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what I can do? Here, hold on. Let me pop this back over here. Let me pop this over to here. Okay. So now you guys can see what I'm looking at. So with this, that's a Savinelli, which is a good pipe maker. And I just like that green.
Yeah.
And that's actually probably the shape pipe I would put on the Talk of the Tavern thing with the 1 or whatever over it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And then the other one was right here. Pop that into... I know, I don't know what happened there.
You touched a thing and it didn't like it.
So, yeah, this is a nice church warden shape.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of Petersons have what they call a P-lip, and I don't see that on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But, they don't have related products?
That's strange.
So anyhow, yeah, I set this up earlier today. This is what I was doing before the show, is I wanted a browser view so I could pop in to other things. So let's switch back over here to this.
The tavern.
And what were you wanting me to look at?
The computer I want to get.
Where am I going?
Amazon.
And what am I looking for?
Okay, go up to the search bar.
Working on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, we'll do this.
Yeah.
Let's flip back to this. Pop back down to...
Browser view.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now just look up in the search bar Asus ROG.
Acer? Okay.
Asus ROG.
ROG. Good?
Mm-hmm. And that top one.
This top one. So let's see what we got here. 15-inch screen. I've got a 17 right here on my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be a little small. Oh, that's a pretty keyboard.
Yeah.
It's stop. Okay, decent processor, 16 gigs of RAM, terabyte hard drive. No, that's pretty reasonable.
But it's $1,000.
But this is what I was saying in the beginning. You start with something 700 to 1,000.
Mm-hmm. And it's really pretty. So
it is. What is that thing in the middle?
That's just it saying that's the processor it
NVIDIA.
has.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's the graphics card then.
Wait, what?
NVIDIA's graphics card. Oh, it's just saying it has. Watch out with them gaming laptops, just FYI.
Yeah. It's a matter of knowing what you're getting into. This is why I usually pull from like Newegg or whatever.
Oh, that was on Newegg.
But you can also check the reviews. Here's the deal: if somebody just got it this week, don't trust the review. They haven't had a time to have a problem yet.
Yeah.
But 7th generation i7 quad core, blah blah blah, slimline. Okay. There's the keyboard thing.
Yeah.
Right there. It's
and it would match my actual keyboard that I have at my mom's.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all rainbowy and whatnot.
That is something else I tend to do. I tend to
color match?
No, get a wireless keyboard and mouse.
Oh, I keep mine wired because faster reactions and whatnot.
Well, yeah, for gaming that is important. But I just hate using.
Make sure you have good cooling for it and good fans. Yeah, I always keep my room circulating with air. My brain kind of just couldn't remember the word.
I'm tempted to go ahead and try to see if I can, with the internet we have here, see if I can stream DC Universe online.
You'd probably be able to play it. Streaming is another story.
That's true. It's
because getting you'd most likely be able to play it,
Mm-hmm.
but
But
I don't think the internet would be able to stream it.
I don't know if I like these colors. I definitely don't want a white.
You should get a pink.
You think pink?
Pink.
Over yellow or blue?
Pink.
Because I don't have a yellow shirt. I don't have a pink one either.
You need a pink shirt.
I might.
You do.
I like Toei's new setup.
Yeah. I need to set up my Twitch.
Well, I found...
Oh!
What?
That's the new No Man's Sky, I think. Yeah.
First time SBD's on it, but deadly. Yeah, No Man's Sky.
Yeah. I love that game. Have you ever played it?
Nah, I don't even know what it is.
It's... Remember the game I was talking about like 2 or 3 years ago where it was like an ever-expanding universe?
Mm-hmm.
And you could just go between planets and explore, and it was so cool. That's No Man's Sky. And like the chances of you running into a player is like 0.00005%.
Unless you purposely meet up on a certain planet or something, right?
That is almost impossible to do.
You can't
Because
set it up and go, hey, be here at this time?
No, you can't. Because there are millions of continuously generated planets that just keep popping up and popping up, popping up.
And do the others disappear?
No. I ran into planets where someone else has been there. And for whatever reason, I keep following the dude where he's going. But I've never run into him. So... But yeah, it's just a really cool, interesting game. I think Tobias left.
He might be checking out the router thing.
Maybe.
He might have us up in a different tab, and he's looking for that router stuff so
Yeah.
he can kick people off.
True.
It's a delicate thing. Even talking to him about, hey, share my channel or host me. It's rough for me to ask for that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he has a lot of people
Asking
holding their
the same
hand
thing.
out for stuff. I mean, I invited him on the show, and he made a comment that made me think, oh, he thinks I'm just here to use him. No, I thought he was an interesting guy. I wanted to talk to him.
Yeah.
But he gets, no doubt, so many people going, hey, 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 hey.
Yeah.
It gets overwhelming. And who do you trust? Who do you believe? So, yeah. Then again, maybe he left because I went, hey, you can host me. You never know. He might have bailed because he's like, yep, he's another one of those guys.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is I will still look forward to when I can help
that.
others and pop into their streams. And
Like, if I become a big YouTuber or a big Twitch streamer, I'm gonna go find the little guy and go, hey, you wanna play together?
I'll do a whole stream where I talk for 15 minutes to gather my viewers and then go, we're a rating stream today.
Mhm.
Every 15 minutes, we're rating another channel. And then I go back onto my channel, gather all the people, go rate another one to give everybody these new people to watch.
Yeah.
But also to give these other people a boost. And everything.
Yeah. But you see, something that I'm definitely gonna do if I get bigger, charity live streams.
Mm-hmm. I've thought
Because-
about doing that now, but I'm worried that it won't do much for the charity.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like yelling wolf at this point in time. If I can't actually bring the viewers in,
Mm-hmm.
then what's the point of doing it?
Like, Ninja did a charity live stream.
Right.
And there's this one YouTuber who gets sponsors, goes to people's charity live streams, and donates thousands on thousands of dollars. And Ninja, whenever he does a charity live stream, he has, you donate this much, I do this. You donate this much, I do this.
Right.
He kept making Ninja lose Fortnite games. Because he went, no gun, no mats, no healing, no gun, no gun, no gun, no gun.
Oh, that's why you do it, though.
Yeah.
So, you do it so that people throw money at you to make you do
Yeah.
whatever. Mm-hmm.
The great thing is, I've gone around and watched big YouTubers, big Twitch streamers, and I've listened to what people have to say about them, most of them seem not to be egotistical little turds. They actually seem to be genuinely nice people.
That's good.
But then I read comments about PewDiePie and go,
Well,
Felix.
you talking about when he got in trouble?
No, I'm talking about in general. I've never heard very good things about him.
Okay. It's
I mean, he used to be funny. Then he was going for ad revenue and making money, and
sponsors, etc.
Yeah.
etc.
He wanted money. He didn't want people to
Fame
be happy.
does weird things to people.
Yeah.
It makes them act.
Go ahead.
Go on.
We saw what it did to Robert Downey Jr.
But he kind of bounced
He turned
back.
it around, yeah.
But from what I understand, Disney also has it in the contract that if you're going to be a part of our superhero movies, you have to be a superhero on and off screen. You are representing our brand at this point in time, which means you are required to behave a certain way in public to your fans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're required to do charity events like when Chris and Chris went to the Children's Hospital as Captain America and
Oh, I'd 10 out of 10 do that.
I just do that for the fun of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And just to make people happy. I saw one comment on Instagram when they posted that.
Now I wish I had cancer so they would visit me.
And I'm like, dude, okay, first of all, understandable. But second of all, uncalled for.
Yeah, well, it's... okay, you know how I said... the cigar group I'm on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, because of these two contests that I didn't win, I sent off the last of my cigars. I had no cigars left.
Mm-hmm.
I could have posted in the... Like, they announced a new one for this month. And I could have posted, I can't enter because I have no cigars.
Mm-hmm.
But that's doing the same thing that guy did. Look at me, pay me attention, notice me, give me sympathy, send me something. And, yeah, that's difficult. You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, no one wants to be that guy. Well, some people want to
Well,
be that
people obviously want to be that guy
guy.
because they do
that guy.
No.
I don't think I've ever been that guy.
I won't say I haven't, because I'm sure at some point in time I was just so bummed out I said something to get some sympathy.
Yeah.
We all do it.
I hope I haven't been that guy. Because that guy's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Yeah, I was going to go check something and I forgot what it was. I know what it was. I want to check. Where's Spreaker?
Spreaker.
I'm curious. Because last week when we had Greg on. Oh, okay, it doesn't hit till tonight, though.
Mm.
Last week when we had Greg on, we had this huge uptick on iHeartRadio, iTunes,
Spreaker.
etc. Well, Spreaker is the one that distributes to iHeartRadio, iTunes, for me at least. And I was looking at, will this happen again? So it's definitely a no at this point. But we'll see where it sits tomorrow, because this was the 25th, which was a Wednesday, and Thursday was good. Now we're on Thursday. Still a bit of a uptick here,
Mm-hmm.
but not as much as it was before.
And now we're back to normal levels.
Well, still a little bit above, and I know, now I'm not going to talk about this, I'm not going to name numbers on air, guys, but now we haven't reached enough for a payout,
Mm-hmm.
but this has climbed significantly recently.
That's good.
Which I know that's not a lot, but it's gone up by like
Yeah.
15 or 20%. Still not enough for a payout, but
Mhm.
I'm happy to see it moving up. And you can see, there's an uptick in the everything.
Yeah. Can you check if Tobias is still here? Because I want to get a snap so he and I can, maybe hang out or do something, Tobias. Nah, he left. And I'll just go search his, YouTube or his Twitch or something for his...
Yeah, and try to find it.
Yeah.
But I believe he said it was a snap, so you'd have to find a Snapchat.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
Do you have
for.
Snapchat?
Yeah.
Pull it up.
I already looked up TejBZ and TejBZ Gaming.
Nothing?
Nothing. Let's go to his Twitch first. Okay.
What I can recommend is it's easy to get excited ahead of time.
Yeah.
And that's where we are right now. We're at ahead of time.
Yeah.
So take it for what it's worth, which is
Mhm.
somebody that said, I did this. And don't obsess over checking it.
Yeah.
Put it down if you can. And then when you check it in a few days, if you see that huge spike,
Hey, you had 58, now you're at 30K. What?
that would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I would just...
poop yourself. But
I would just explode.
remember at Christmas or your birthday, you don't know what presents you have
Yeah.
till 2 days later when everything finally settles down. And you might get a lot, you might get a little. It doesn't mean you can't look forward to it, but don't.
Well, I am here put...
Drop some. I want to play WoW.
I want to play WoW too.
But with this, I don't think I can handle it, especially if I tried to go into, Dalaran, Stormwind, Orgrimmar,
I might
any of the big
stream WoW
cities.
tomorrow.
You know what? Drop some. I know you invited me to come hang out with you in World of Warcraft if my bandwidth would handle it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you feel about this guy here, but if you do, you could drop me a whisper.
You might be able to now.
Is it down? Are the numbers down far enough that I can get in and out? And also, honestly, I would end up playing like DC Universe Online. That's
Sure.
It's free.
Yeah.
Because I don't have $20 a month to throw at World of Warcraft. Okay, he says he'd be interested.
Cool.
So.
One sec. Let me tell you this. When I'm playing WoW at Mom's house,
Mhm.
it takes a good 30 seconds for Dalaran to load. Until then, I'm stuck.
Now, is that your machine? It's not your internet connection.
It might actually.
I have a much better machine than you.
Yeah, it might actually be my machine because I have 4 gigabytes of RAM with a POS.
I have 32
everything else.
gigs of RAM. I got a $3,600 machine that's 5 years old, but it's still. So my machine can handle it.
Send me PC spec on Discord.
Okay, well, you guys can find each other on Discord. You're both in the Talk of the Tavern thing.
Yeah, I'll do that when we finish up the show, which is in 7 minutes.
Yeah, 7 minutes.
Aw,
Time flies, huh?
yeah, I'm having fun though.
With a good conversation.
Yeah.
It's But yeah, there's I might try it. And what server do you primarily play on? I'm sure you're on a half dozen servers. Both you guys.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, what server do you usually play on, actually?
I don't even know if I remember what servers I used to play on.
Ravenholdt and Sentinels.
Is that where I was?
Yeah. Because that's where Cap'n is, and Thackalor, and all of my old characters. I have a level 102 Warlock. They nerfed the crap out of everything.
I know Dropson was telling me that he and his guild like to raid and help prep players and whatnot, so you might be able to get on that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, once you're in an instance, it's easier. There's less graphic intensity till you hit that boss.
Yeah, and then everyone's just going ham, throwing all their abilities, and I'm just...
And your screen is freezing and jerking, and
dead.
You've got a frame rate of 2.
-2. My frames are going back in time.
But it doesn't mean that he can't pick up what would be green scraps for anybody else in his guild, but it's an upgrade for you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that, you at least don't have somebody to run through those quests on whatever territory. And they're doing, Battle for Azeroth is the next upgrade.
Yeah, and it comes out in, 8 days.
Yeah, I quit at Mist of Pandaria. So I'm 2 or 3 behind now. 3 with the new one coming in.
Wait. Warlords. Legion. Yeah, 3.
Okay.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, drop some if you know differently. If he missed one or added a next one, let us know.
Yeah, we're doing the startup quest lines.
Are you in beta? What we are talking about, we're talking about the last expansion I bought was Mist of Pandaria.
Mm-hmm.
So how many expansions am I behind? He says Warlords, Legion, and then the one coming out in a couple days.
Yeah.
Battle for Azeroth.
You know, I really like the Legion update because it brings a lot of new things into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me.
Like, are there new classes yet?
Yeah.
What?
There's a Demon Hunter.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah.
And is he equivalent to, like, the, Death Knight? Is he, like, this huge hybrid class?
No.
Okay.
He starts at level 100. You have these big dual-wield blades, and you smack people with it, and you can fly, and it's actually really cool.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, it is kind of a hybrid of classes. So take Rogue.
So when you said you're doing the startup questline, are they in the current expansion, or are you beta testing?
Battle for Azeroth.
Yeah, because I know I beta tested World of Warcraft before it came out. And because of that, or perhaps in spite of that, I got into pretty much every beta before any new expansion came out, which of course they cut you off. But they did have this like week or 10 days before the release that the beta testers were put into the live servers, and they did have. Now that's usually when you bought the expansion, but you bought the collector's expansion.
Yeah, the pre-order collector's edition.
You get an early release, and you get in there, and I tended to buy those because I enjoyed them.
Yeah, I wanted to get the one for Battle for Azeroth, but it's kind of $80, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of broke.
Yeah, well, you're 15, you're expected to be broke.
I need to get a job soon. Or if my YouTube explodes, then... Cool.
So you're probably doing... Dropsum is probably doing the stuff that's already in the regular.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. Worst comes worst, I just pop into a server and run the 20 for free.
Battle for Azeroth.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. So, what are they raising the level cap to now?
Level cap's gonna be 120.
120. Nice.
Almost double what it was when you left. You left when it was, what, 80?
80, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. No, just 80, because I think I got I ran my rogue up to 82 or something. So generally they're giving you 10 per expansion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess if I'm up to 82, 90 would have been the cap with Mists of Pandera.
Mm-hmm.
And then 10 for each one that I have yet
Yeah.
to get into
Someone's
here.
playing Destiny 2. Skipper. Is that Skipper that usually comes into your stream?
Well, Skipper here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to go ahead and raid this young lady. I found her for the first time today.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing a little bit of art. And we're about to wrap this up. So let me throw this in. And let's do this. Get that all set up. Let's get some outro music set up here for you guys. And we're going to bail. We will be back in 2 hours, though. You know what? Do this. In 2 hours we'll be here, but not on this channel.
You won.
Okay. So we'll be here at 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Drop that right there. Copy paste this, getting ready to pop in. And here's some outro music. You guys have a good one.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us for the discussion of shenanigans tonight. You're the one thing that makes the show what it is. Don't forget to join us at the tavern next week. Until then, have fun, keep learning, and be good to one another. Now, raise your glass in good cheer. Enjoy the small moments every day, and steamy dreams every